Why, hello, everyone. Welcome to Fallout Cold Front, the Fallout 2D20 campaign we run Saturday evenings at 6 o'clock. I like the finger guns. Nice. Yes, Rachel.
No, I'm waving at the camera.
What?
Everyone else was greeting, and I just thought,
I thought you had a question.
Well,
I thought you were volunteering to do the recap.
I could do the recap if you wanted. It was one of my rare weeks of not writing the episode summary. Because Levi got that.
Who wrote
Rip
it?
Levi.
Rip Levi. Oh, the ghost of Levi.
Yes. So we arrived at Tato Creek last session. Pix was able to reunite with her family through her brothers in the snow. We had some good talks about what to do about them, and they're probably going to stay put because the Brotherhood is guarding them, and the snow's not that bad. But Pix's mom did promise to, hightail it if things actually do get bad. So we had dinner with the family. We met their barn cat, which is not actually a barn cat. It's a naked mole rat.
Just a mole rat.
Just a regular mole rat.
It is about the size of, a big dog.
It's, horrifying, but it bonded with Margie.
Mole rats, man.
And then Pix met her weird neighbor, Chris, that we do not like particularly. And then Jerry was like, hey guys, it would be fun, a field trip to the vault. And so
he doesn't die.
So he doesn't die.
Important
this is the
detail.
problem with me doing the recap.
Spoiler alert.
He has a disease.
So Jerry and Tabs and Jules pack up and go to the vault. And Jerry sees his brother, and his brother's like, let's have some privacy. And Jerry's like, I'm cool with that. And so Minus takes Jules downstairs, and they do a little tech demonstration. And who's there but Nico Avrancev? And then Jerry's brother.
Jules' boyfriend.
Then they made googly eyes at each other while they were down there. And
Well, they talked about tech stuff.
They're like, oh, tell me
AIs
more.
This is the most unbiased recap anyone will ever get.
This is completely factually accurate.
And then Radamanthus was like, Jerry, we found out what was wrong with you, Jerry. You are too weak to live. Take cyanide. And Jerry was like, no. And then they got into a fight, and Quiet Bert set off the reactor.
Roid rage.
And then helped Jerry not kill Radamanthus, but he did get a leg blown off or something.
Yes.
It was hanging on by a string.
Yep.
And then Jules was down with all the scientists, and the other guys were escaping, and she was like, so this isn't what it looks like. And then Avrancev drugged Minus, and they both ran and used stairs because the elevator was slow. And then they all reconvened back outside because Pip took over the entire system and got wicked information and shut everything down. And so we all met back up at the van, including Quiet Bert and Avrancev, and now we're all hightailing it. So that's what happened.
There you go. That it is. We will actually resume on a bit of a lighter note with the people remaining at Tato Creek, which would be Pix, Frankie, and Margie. Margie would just be working on her suit of power armor the entire time. She's focused. What's that? Yeah, with
Barn Cat.
With Barn Cat, the mole rat. Yep.
It's horrifying.
It is.
But, did any of you have anything you wanted to do while in Tato Creek?
I wanted to check out our, what's that building called again?
Community Center?
I want to check out Community Center. Also, if there's,
It's dangerous to go alone. Take Frankie.
They just go. Yeah, I invite everyone to come and check out the community center. That's usually where people are, and so I can get the feel for just how people are doing and stuff.
Mm-hmm. When you say inviting everybody.
Oh, I mean, party member. I'm sure
Margie and Frankie.
Frankie.
Yeah.
Yes.
Margie would say, I'm busy. Sorry.
Or
Sounds
bye.
like fun.
I leave.
There you go. There's my Margie.
Have fun with my cat. And I leave.
The cat, in fact, was not a cat. It was a mole rat.
It's like those people who
Editorial
have the
note.
really scary dogs or the really ugly dogs, and they're like, but they're perfect. And you're like, the dog's trying to eat you?
Those crusty little white dogs.
Yep.
Anyway,
One of those guys that owns a python is like,
I found a dog
it's,
that
it's
looks
never
like
gonna kill anyone,
Reese
and then it
from the
eats
Friday
him in
Night
his
campaign.
sleep.
It don't bite.
Yes, it does.
Small and pink and
Just follow.
feisty.
Anyway, I head out
Insist on.
to make my eggs. All right.
Is Frankie coming with?
Frankie's coming with?
We're gonna go check out the community center. It's usually where everyone hangs out.
Yep.
As long as Chris
So
is
it's
there.
not a very long walk. Each of the 12 or so houses across Tato Creek are pretty far apart so that everyone has adequate farmland. And in the center of the town, there is a... Ramshackle's the wrong word, but maybe cozy is the right way to put it. Smallish building with a medium-sized radio antenna sticking out the top of it. And just painted above, just a wooden sign above the door, is Community Center. And there is no E in center.
Centaur.
No
both E's
second
are
E.
gone?
Sorry.
Oh.
Not both. Just the last E is gone, so it's just center.
Just like the day we built it.
Upon entering, you would see that it looks to be a little empty right now. There are a couple tables inside it. One area that looks like, I don't know, like a market stall almost for people to bring in any extra produce that they have that they want to sell with the rest of the town or distribute if they are so inclined for that sort of thing.
Do we have food?
Yes. We bought a lot of provisions for the trip to Xanadu, and then we cut down our travel time significantly using the Union, so I think we're still good on food for a couple more days.
Okay.
I'll say so. I know that that's not the most fun thing to track, but you have enough now. If you are ever in an environment of like traveling again and taking a long time, we can talk about that again.
Okay.
But right now, you've probably got enough rations. But if you wanted maybe a taste of home, maybe some food that actually gives you an HP benefit and doesn't just sate you, this could be a good place for this.
Interesting. I
Um,
do need HP buffs, so this could actually be helpful.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah.
Also in the community center, you would see a small alcove that may or may not have been a booth or just like a table before. But you would see just a small ham radio connected to the actual radio antenna. This was not here when you were last in Tato Creek. And that's not surprising when you see a Brotherhood scribe sitting at it,
Okay.
listening to the radio. So in this building, there are two people. There's one person behind the vegetable stall, and there's the Brotherhood scribe.
Okay.
It's a little quiet right now. You've seen a lot of pretty good parties and family gatherings, but right now it's kind of just the middle of winter. Might be pretty busy here come Christmas time, but right now it's just a little quiet.
Okay. I feel like we should get some tato dishes while we get the chance. People just don't utilize the tato to its utmost maximum abilities.
Yeah, I could always stock up on some extra potatoes. Can Frankie buy a tato?
We go, do I recognize the person behind there?
Probably.
Okay.
We'll say it's an
Sean.
older lamb. What? Older woman. And her name is Bernice.
Bernice! How have you been?
Ah, well, if it isn't young Pixie, how do you do, young lady?
Doing good. How's your non-existent leg?
I've always had a leg.
Oh, I thought I heard you lost it.
Oh, I lost the other one. I'm talking about the one I have.
Oh, well, I was inquiring about the one you didn't have.
Oh, well, it's gone. Still smithereens as far as I checked. Probably fertilizer at this point.
How are your fields, by the way?
They're growing well. I'm glad you asked.
We're here for some of our classic potato-based sauces and meals and candies.
Ooh, my husband learned how to distill it.
You will take it. What?
All right, Tato whiskey or Tato vodka.
Think.
Yes, Tato vodka. I guess it would be. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably have a little bit of vinegar taste to it.
Just
Oh,
wait
it is.
until Gabriella hears about this.
All right, we got some vodka. I'm looking for some things that'll give like health benefits.
Oh.
Did you need? So like, I'll take the vodka because that's important.
Okay. 20 caps.
20
Gotta
caps.
make a business.
Okay, I can do that.
Did you get married yet?
Every time. No, I'm not.
Every time you're with your relatives.
You know what? It's fine if I don't get married for a little while. I'm kind of busy with life. Do you
That's
have any
fair.
of those potato muffins, or do you only make those in the spring?
Those aren't really the spring. But I have some mute fruit ones, though. For a dozen, I think I would say,
We're really looking for potato-based things.
what's sweetie? Those aren't sweet. They're
No
only
one-
good when you put a bunch of butter on it.
Yeah, well, people don't do anything with potatoes outside Potato Creek. Apparently, everyone's just like,
Really?
yeah, they're just like, this is a vaguely strange sauce, or like it's chopped up and.
But they're really
spread.
nutritious.
It is.
You could survive on just potatoes alone if
Yeah.
you wanted.
Honestly, do you have just some potatoes?
Boom! A giant bag.
How many?
20 caps for the whole thing.
20 caps. Cool.
There
I,
are
of course,
30
I, of
potatoes
course,
in here.
inspect the potatoes
I-
to make sure
I
that
keep
they're.
forgetting, is a potato or a tomato
Yes.
or
It is
Both.
both of them combined.
It looks like a tomato. On the inside, it's a potato.
I feel like I hear this every episode and I get
Yep.
re-surprised by it every episode.
So I'm gonna say, let's go. And now I can like make some of those things as I'm traveling around. That's good. Frankie, did you want anything?
I would love to try some of these mute fruit muffins.
Well, they're on the house.
Wait, he gets free stuff?
He asked so politely, and he's a new face. We want to be hospitable, right?
That's true. That's
And I want to make sure he doesn't go feral.
yeah.
Stay in the box.
Frankie doesn't know how to respond to that.
Enjoy the muffins.
We make
Thank
a lot
you
of
very
trail
much.
jokes.
Maybe not
can-
everyone in the town
Can
does.
I make the coin collector thing and take 50%? The 50% thing.
50%?
Sorry, I get fives
That's
and
a big
like
discount.
10s mixed.
You already got the family
and
discount.
like that applies to the other things, so that's 10%. So
Okay.
I think that's just like
Sure.
You're
so,
robbing this old lady.
what is that? I don't know. It's 18 caps now or something?
yeah, basically.
Wait, no.
So-
technically 17 and a half, but there's no
Let's
half
say
cap.
18. Yeah, I think it's. Well, was it 20?
Yes.
It'd be 18.
It would?
Yeah, with 10% off.
It's 15% off.
Oh,
Is that what the cap
then that's
does?
17.
I
Right.
thought it
What does your
did
sheet say?
10. It says 10.
It says 10? Okay, then yes, it would be. Yeah. Yep.
Usually.
Sorry, I thought it was. You said 50,
One day.
and then I was like,
Sorry,
oh,
I
it was
like
15.
yeah, just
Yes.
5s, 10s, and 15s are like.
How many muffins do I get?
A dozen.
And what do they do?
Whatever a mute fruit does. Each muffin.
You got a dozen free muffins?
Yeah.
Amazing.
It's the risen, man.
Cool.
Meanwhile,
do
at the
these
vault,
potatoes do anything, or do I need to like make them into something?
Potatoes on their own do something. You could probably prepare fancier dishes with them that would heal more hit points upon consuming, but you'd need other ingredients.
Nice. I like that I have a side quest now of making potato dishes. Anyway, yeah, so do that.
The bread of this campaign. Let's make bread.
Yeah, okay. Anything else you need, Frankie?
nope. I've got my potatoes.
We'll go both
I've got my
take 2
muffins.
potato lollipops to go out.
What's a lollipop? Oh, the youngins with their newfangled language.
You just stick a stick on it and dip in honey, and it's a potato lollipop.
What's honey? Bees went extinct. I'm so sorry.
Dang. Oh,
That's a loss.
That's depressing.
That is
Dip in
yeah,
chocolate.
that's pretty sad.
we only have a few more.
What's chocolate?
You take the
I
sweet from the
remember
sweet
when they first
potato and
invented
dip it on
chocolate.
the potato.
Sweet,
Sweet
Ooh,
potato.
Sweet potato.
Are there sweet potatoes?
Maybe you know what?
Maybe that's what is that what the candy
All
is?
right, you know
Is
what?
Chopped
Yes.
up sweet potatoes.
Maybe that's something unique about this town. There are sweet potatoes. They're not actually that sweet, but compared to Tato, it's definitely something.
Our cultural icon, sweet potato. Oh, can I have like?
If you ask Jerry, he could probably help you extract a little bit of sugar from it.
If mute fruit says it is irradiated, then yes, these muffins are irradiated.
Court lot, but Jerry could do it when he was 5.
But if,
I was just saying if they did anything.
All right.
surely they do something.
Let me know if potatoes do anything.
Okay. Ask me.
They're delicious.
And
There
nutritious.
they are. No, it's a sweet.
All right.
Dietary
They're a
supplement.
little small, so they will heal 2 hit points.
This is gonna become Skyrim. where Frankie just pauses and eats like a whole dozen muffins.
Cheese wheel.
It's made by Bethesda. It works. It just works, in fact. I'm gonna say they're mildly irradiated. So the typical rule with irradiated food is you just roll a combat die, and if you roll an effect, you take a point of radiation.
That's just extra healing.
Yes. But if you want to share these, they will only deal 1 point of radiation if you roll a 2 damage. So if you roll a 2.
Okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to decrease the chance of it being irradiated.
Okay.
Slightly irradiated.
Yeah, there's grain in there, razor grain, so it's not just the
It's
mute
baked.
fruit.
They bake
Yeah.
the radiation out. It's just like alcohol. They bake
Exactly.
the radiation out.
Yeah, just if you're ever irradiated, just go in an oven. There you go.
You go.
Radiation cured. That's how that works.
Awesome.
Muffins acquired.
All right. All right. Bye. Good seeing you.
Goodbye, Trix.
Ow. That missed so badly. I leave. So we make our way out there.
Well, she was nice.
Well, she gave you discounts. Of course, she was nice.
Anyone who hands
She
out
asked
free
me if
muffins
I was
is
married
nice.
again.
Well, she's taking an interest in your life.
In my married life, what about all the other things I'm doing? Where have you been? You were gone. She just went to, are you married yet? Expectations. My mom's better than that. At least she was like, hey, good to see you. That's your
You
mom,
are
isn't it?
carrying nearly a bushel of potatoes, and you are complaining about that she was asking about your romantic life.
Listen, man. We could rob a field and get this man. No one would notice. We're going out. Do I see any, like, people out? Actually, I do know... Maybe I know of one person who I can get some information
It is
from.
snowing outside,
Okay.
so most people are indoors right now.
Okay. There's one person who I feel like... I don't know if he exists in canon. We'll see. Do I remember where there's that father who's a brain in a jar?
I'm gonna pass on that.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
All right.
It's a bit.
I make my way back to our house then.
Sorry about that, Jacob. I don't want to say no to most ideas when they crop up. I just there's some things I can pull up out of a hat, and a brain of a jar is probably not one of them. That requires a kind of a lot of planning in advance.
I
Sorry
could
about
do
that.
it.
What's that?
I could do it.
A brain in a jar?
Yes.
Brain.
Brain in a jar.
If you ever have the need for a brain in a jar, I could go all mad scientist on it. It'd be fun.
You could become the brain in the jar.
Do you want to be a brain in a
I
jar?
want to talk to a brain
Aren't
in
we
a
all
jar.
brains in a jar?
I don't want to become one.
We can make Jerry into a brain in a jar.
Or a brain on a Roomba.
He's on his way already.
Brain in a jar on a Roomba?
Yes, we make
Roomba?
our way back to...
What's that?
Broomba?
Yes. Or Bud. if
The
you will.
crop duster is secretly just a brain in a jar taped to a Roomba.
No. Well, we'll see. Anything else you'd like to do in Tato Creek?
I think we just make our way back to the house.
Okay. Well, upon arriving there, David would try and flag you down. I mean, he's your brother. Siblings don't flag people down; they just assault.
I assault him first.
Actually, when he would walk up to you, he would look a little serious on his face, and not just I'm here to horseplay.
Okay.
Um,
Yours too.
So, Pix, can you tell us about what exactly you've been doing, and what you're going to do?
Oh,
You're coming back,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, we're just... we're going to take Mom some places to just kind of, about her having, some health issues. So we're going to deal with that.
Mm-hmm.
And then she'll be all good. And then we'll take her back here.
And then you'll be home.
There's some things I need to take care of with the company before I can leave, unfortunately. So I wish...
Are they holding you hostage?
Yes. No, they're not. No, they're not. No, they're not. We are... There's just some things that came up. There's some things that are happening out in the wasteland. And they want some help with just kind of figuring out
Pix, I'm not a kid anymore. You don't need to just say there's things that need fixing.
Well, kind of a little moment. He does look a little bit older. Well, if it's any help, I did tell Mom the same thing.
Well, I'm the man of the house.
I'm the man of the house.
Who
By
said that?
rank, by my own decision. You can usurp me when I don't know, when you can shoot guns and stuff.
I shoot fine.
No, not as good as me.
Well, I've been shooting better.
Okay.
That's for sure.
Let's give you that. Well, soon you can be man of the house. And I get.
Well, then who is when you're gone?
I would say Mom is, but I guess it's you. It's you.
I'm
now.
in charge.
You happy? Yeah. I mean, Caleb's all doing whatever. What is Caleb doing? Is he like? Should I be concerned that the Brotherhood was like, he's a troublemaker? Or should I just be like,
No, well, he painted one of their armor suit things.
Mhm.
Not power armor. He just painted it yellow. It was funny. We needed a good laugh, and
it is funny.
Banana didn't. He is like a combo of paladin and banana. Not that I know what a banana is.
The old stories only give so much.
One of these days, I'm
One of
sure
these-
bananas were very tasty.
Yeah. I'm sure they were.
Hot take: bananas are the potatoes of our universe. They're not actually that good.
I disagree.
love
but
bananas.
Fighting
that's-
words.
yeah.
They're not that sweet.
I
They
think,
used to be.
I think you're
They're not that
categorically
sweet,
incorrect.
but
They're
they're
just
like
mushy.
they're not that sweet.
brown
But
stuff.
they're
It's
like
like
okay to not like
they
it. It's
pair
okay.
well with strawberries in smoothies.
What's that?
Strawberry banana smoothies.
That's their only good thing. They just pair well with stuff. I'm
I
never
think
just like,
they're more
man, I want a
sweets.
banana.
They're a
right
lot
now."
more substantive than most other fruits.
I think
though.
bananas make a
They'll
good
fill you up.
breakfast. If you
And all
are
that
like me and
potassium.
you have a hard
Okay,
time
When you're
that's-
throwing
eating
up, when you're throwing up, bananas
boy.
are very easy to keep down compared to like pizza.
Anyway.
There you go.
Anyway.
This is the merits of banana. You don't vomit them when you eat them. There you go.
Just because it's not like painfully sweet doesn't mean it's bad.
But like all other
Blueberries
fruit,
aren't very sweet.
if I had a
and
choice
think
of
they're
any
delicious.
other fruit and a banana, I would always choose
Well, that's
whatever the other
fine.
fruit
It's
is.
okay for you to like
Grapefruit.
other fruits better.
Yeah.
You know, my hot take
Grapefruit
is
is
I
great.
think peanut butter is disgusting.
Woo.
Those are actually fighting words. I might.
Anyway.
Losing friendships.
Anyway.
We're
Welcome to
losing
Fallout
friendships here
cold
today.
food.
Anyway, one day we will. One day we'll find out bananas, and everyone will rejoice. And I squint my eyes and say, maybe not everyone. Some may have rejoiced at their fall. So you're man of the house till I'm back,
Okay.
and then we'll discuss man of the house.
All right. If I ever outshoot you, though, then
Okay.
that's forfeit. And
Sure, but it's not a day that I like lose my arms or something, or like I'm dead sick. It has to be a fair, reasonable
oh yeah, of course.
time.
Yeah, completely fair.
And you can't be wearing something to make you better. It's just straight up skill.
Can I have a holster?
Okay, yeah, you can have a holster.
Okay. Did you take Dad's repair manual?
I did, correct?
You did.
Yeah.
You grabbed it last session.
Oh yeah, I did. Mhm.
Could I ask why?
Found some notes Dad wrote in it. And I don't know. I wanted to read to see what he was, I don't know, thinking, I guess, when he was. Because who writes in a book? Who writes in a repair book? Let's put it that way. Who writes in a
I
repair
mean, what else are we gonna write on?
We. There are Tato pages. We can make pages out of it.
They're so mushy, man. That's like banana paper.
They have paper.
Pringle paper.
We can get parchment.
Pringle paper?
What's that?
Pringle paper. Like Pringles, but like as paper.
Are they in a can? Stick those in a can.
Yeah, you open the
snap.
can and you unroll the Pringle scroll.
Yeah.
That's how they're kept.
Pringles scroll.
Oh my god. Anyway, I'm sure they have like leather or even like whatever. Like I'm sure he's like, we can get things to write on. Like you don't have to
Papyrus.
desecrate the old
Yeah.
books.
Well, it's writing on old books that's the most common form of paper that's around, and sometimes some books just suck. Like a calculus textbook.
Well, I guess it
Ha! Levi's not here. I can crap on math. Ha!
Haha, math.
Math.
Imagine doing
Useless. What did we ever get from math?
Chemistry.
comic book.
Oh, that's right. Drugs, of course.
Oh yes, drugs.
And soda.
All right.
Well, then you just made it. I just want to see them. What is he writing on? I guess.
Okay. I saw it was gone. And yeah.
Are you okay? I feel like Caleb's been acting out, and I don't know if that's just him or if that's has to do with other stuff.
I think Caleb's actually handling it a little better. He's just, still going and trying to live life. It's one thing to deal with Dad being gone, but it's another thing to deal with you being gone. We miss you.
I mean, I missed you guys too.
So get free of your kidnappers as quick as you can, okay?
They do feel like kidnappers sometimes. Jules is a real whip master, slave
Really?
master.
The lady?
Yeah. She's a real stick in the mud. Her son's much better.
She's taking her son with her on a dangerous kill people quest?
No, of course not. Also, we're not killing people. What do you think I do for them?
You said you needed to do things.
Things does not mean killing people. Things means things. Listen, if people die along the way for good causes, that's not things. That's things that happened along the way. That's
How many
different.
things along the way have happened so far?
No more than is usual when you leave Tato Creek.
Could I get a number? Is it bigger than a bread box? Wait, no, at 12.
Frankie's reached
No.
the second hand by now.
Like,
Math. We don't need it.
Well, it's been a few, okay? It's been a few.
Okay.
It's been a lot. I cover his hands. How
Well,
good's your math again? Are you
great.
great? Dang. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to worry you. It's not been like I instantly have a flashback to when we fought those guys and I almost died. We're learning from our mistakes and making sure we don't do them again. So we're even better than we were when
Okay.
we started.
Well, that's good. Have you done anything cool?
Yep.
It means say something cool.
Fine. Shot a car.
Was it like moving?
Yeah.
Was it moving away from you?
No, it was towards us. We were in another car.
Pix, you gotta word it cooler. You gotta be a storyteller with it. You were in a car chase, right?
We were in a car chase, and I shot a car.
Where'd you shoot it?
In its legs, I think.
Legs. You really need to read that manual.
Okay, yeah, I do.
Well-
Yeah, we did that. We, cool stuff. We fought vulture raccoons.
What?
Yeah. Falcuni recruiters.
Those
Right.
don't exist.
No,
You're funny,
they're
Pix.
doing your nightmares. Now. When you scream vulture raccoon and Mom has to run and clean up your mess that you made on the bed,
Hey!
you'll know why. Yeah.
Your friend is right there.
You're my brother, so you get this.
How old is David again?
13.
13. He's old enough to be man in the house. He's,
I mean, in
he's
this
practically a
environment.
grown adult at this point.
He's pretty good with a shotgun. I won't lie. He does not have the shotgun surgeon perk yet, though, unfortunately. Well, two can play at that game. Pix has the worst farts ever. When she farts, you know it. You can tell. So take that.
I'm gonna be honest, kid. I can't smell too good anymore. But,
I'm so sorry.
but I'm sure I will warn the others when we're in our van.
I win.
Place is a closed box.
That's what the gas masks are for. That's what they're really
Military
for.
grade.
Frankie pulls out the gas mask.
Harley.
That's the real reason Jules bought them.
I think I've noticed.
Well,
something
she
about
also had a
Pix.
crush on Chris.
I never met Chris. Who's Chris?
The neighbor over there. Yeah, he taught her how to play guitar, and he played really romantic songs. I heard him one night, and he was like, wah, 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 I love you. Wah, 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 you're the best. Wah, wah, wah. Let's kiss. Wah.
Insight check.
Yeah, go for it.
Two
I hope
successes.
was good.
I hope the kid passes.
It's hard to tell with young folk.
That's my boy. You're my
Yelled an
brother.
8 and a 1.
Good for
Yeah,
him.
good for him.
Willie is the man in the house. Yeah, everyone's asking when Pix and Chris are gonna get married.
Oh, really? I knew it. And he's gonna walk away. Oh, but stay safe.
You too.
I'm gonna go pack. We're going over to Chris's house.
Ooh, awesome. Tell them that our engagement's off. Bye.
Wow.
Go out.
They got engaged?
They're moving
You're
fast.
so close.
We gotta kill him.
All right. Meanwhile,
Just like it's
in a van.
In a van.
This wasn't part of the plan. Quiet Bert is just seething, looking at you guys.
Aware of that.
Oh wait. Roll a pilot check.
Shoot, I don't have
Perception plus the pilot skill.
You have good perception.
good. Have good perception, but I don't have any pilot skills, so. Where's my character sheet? What is my perception? 8. Okay.
Throws a pilot out of a plane. Don't worry, he's a pilot. He can fly.
1 success?
One success?
Yeah. I don't have any
Okay.
pilot skills.
Yep. That is enough. It's Indiana. There are not too many automotive wrecks. This is a great place to learn how to drive.
Your other left.
You may or may not have operated a tractor way back when, and it's kind of the same principle.
Yeah.
Just a different amount of wheels and, size. Anyways, you are driving fine. It's a little bumpy. There may be a few potholes that you hit, but it's the wasteland. There's not a soft road anywhere.
So I'll take it as.
This isn't what you paid me for.
It didn't go well in there.
No, it didn't go well. We were here because Jerry needed a cure for what's going on with his health. And we didn't know you were going to be here at the time. And we didn't know things
You
were going to go
paid
south.
me.
Yes.
You told me to go here.
And you took off with the truck, didn't you?
Yeah.
So we thought you'd be in and out.
Well,
You weren't meant to get caught in the crossfire, is all I'm trying to say.
glasses were hard to nick.
That was a bonus anyways, it's alright.
Speaking of bonus, he would be dead if it wasn't for me.
Is that true? I'm going to get out 300 extra caps, and I'm going to hand them over to him.
He's gonna take them. As for my end of the deal, he pulls out a syringe full of the advanced C-24. You need this?
I'll take it.
No.
She paid me.
I don't think that's a good idea, considering you're obviously on it right now.
It's wearing off at this point.
Is it? You got the chemist perk. You injected yourself with it
It's been
about...
2 scenes, right?
It is. This is the second scene. So it lasts once... Okay, yeah. So once the drive is done, you will be off it. So, yeah, it's wearing off.
We can talk about it later once you're not on C-24 actively. Enos told me what happened. I'm
He
sorry.
took that drug, chem stuff.
I think Jerry might need some time.
Ab's favorite character.
We're going to need to get out of Tato Creek faster now, I think. Once we get back, we should pick up the others and go.
We can't let Pix's mother know how bad things went.
We'll see if we can talk to the others privately.
If she finds out, she's not going to leave her kids. We don't have room for them.
The vault isn't going to come after Pix's family.
I know that, but I don't think she'd be comfortable knowing that something happened that close to her hometown.
We'll talk to them about it once we're in Chicago. Do you think you can play it cool until then?
I can start working on another batch of stim packs. I had to use up a couple.
Okay.
That'll give me an excuse to cover this up. He's probably got a big bruise on his face from where Pete punched him.
You're actually probably suffering a concussion at this point. Things have been pretty hazy. You took a serious wound. Or, sorry, an injury.
Can I take a look at it for you?
Go ahead and try.
I'm gonna roll a medicine check.
Can Jerry assist with this, or is this kind of too difficult?
You could, but you would suffer the penalty of the fact that your head is... I need to look up what that is right now, unfortunately. I don't know what it is.
I don't have a lot of medicine going on, but we can try.
I'm not.
I've got a lot of
I'm not even gonna
intelligence
bother
going
him.
on.
It is intelligence.
I'm not
yeah.
gonna bother.
I know there's
Just
the
don't screw anything up.
Nothing.
like
It's not a
immediate problem
complication.
of losing a turn, but
It's not a complication, but I don't think I can do anything to help. You're just gonna need to rest that off, I think.
yeah, treating would be a difficulty of two.
Just maybe take a minute, doctor, instead of going right back to work.
Oh wow, yeah. Difficulty of all tests which rely on vision by 2. Increase the difficulty of them. So minus any successes you have by 2, which is a lot.
Bert, while you were in there, what did you find?
Oh, not too much. There was little to no mention of the mob, as far as I heard. But you know, I was just in the vents. Sorry, I have his notes of exactly what he learned here. There were a couple people that they brought in the same way as you. People trying to get into the vault. If they fail that genetic test, he does what he tried to do with you. So, except he doesn't give, them the choice. They just, hey, this is for your health. Bam.
He didn't give me the choice either.
No, I mean, like, he just, or they just syringe directly. Not, this is cyanide. It's a
What do they
dope.
do with the bodies?
Cremate them. Grind up some of them for fertilizer as well. Crops are important.
What else did you learn?
That implant that pretty boy here was working on. Offensive.
I know.
Pretty boy.
I imagine he has info for you. That implant is for C-24.
There's 2 different versions that they're working on.
Mr.
I
Evans.
missed that.
Did they inject you with the virus? Yet.
Yes. I do have it.
Is that going to be a problem?
Well, what was your physical reaction to it?
I'm fine. They tested me at the door and they said I was good enough.
Well, they've improved that since I got it.
Are you contagious?
No.
Yep. Gotta be submerged in a vat or just shot with it to get it. So, not contagious and also not negative.
Did you try taking C24 while you were there?
No. Well, I'm certainly not the furthest person from taking chems, but those ones are, from what I can tell, pretty, well, highly addictive. I mean, the whole point of them asking me to make an implant was to remove the need to, or just to give constant use for it, so that you can't get addicted. It just seems like pretty potent and pretty dangerous stuff.
I think it's probably the right call, yeah. Thanks for back there, by the way.
Yeah. 8,000 caps.
Did you get in advance?
No, well, I got the 2 in advance. But, that's okay. I learned some valuable stuff anyways.
Well, my offer is open if you want to learn more about AI to integrate with your system.
You're... Oof. Yeah, I'd love for that. Do you want to go back to Xanadu then?
We've got business up in Chicago.
Ooh, Chicago? That's not exactly safe.
Well, business kind of supersedes the safe.
Yeah. I would love to learn more about your patterns for AI. I also am able to be knocked over by a light breeze, so I don't think Chicago would be the best for me.
Might still be the closest Union station, though. If you let us take you up there, you could take the train back down to Xanadu.
Yeah, that's fair. I could leave from Crucible as well, but I don't want to go there. No to Brotherhood strongholds.
Yeah, I think Chicago would probably be the better plan.
Okay. That I can do. I would really like your help, though.
Well, we can talk on the van ride.
All right. Okay. That sounds good. I'm sure you had that handled, by the way.
Oh, no, I was floundering.
I don't know. I mean, I'm the one that resorted to just chems. I gotta try talking him down. I didn't.
Well, they were all looking at me at the time, and I think if I had tried to resort to chems, it would have been problematic. So I appreciate the backup.
You've become a lot less reasonable since I left.
Oh, who has?
Well, Pete.
Maybe you're the one that's changed, Jerry.
Maybe they were never reasonable to begin with. And then you got reason.
Yeah. They suck.
I think it's depending on what Pip found in their systems. I think it might be time to bring them to the forum's attention. Get police intervention and all
The
this.
forum.
Pip, what did you find?
Oh boy, what didn't I find?
The receipts.
Well, here's our receipt logs for the last 5 years.
Well, I do have a copy of all their security codes, so unless they change out anything, I can just get in at will if we're close ever again. I know the entire blueprints of the vault. I know how to work the reactor there. Unfortunately, they weren't stupid enough to just record their evil plans or anything like that. But I do have a recipe here for lots of variants of C24. It looks like some of the past variants weren't as successful, including the ones dated with the original vault, 57. Let's see here. Oh, I've got everybody's real names, if you want that.
Sure. I mean, why not?
Okay, Minos. Real name? I'm pulling it up. I have very little random access memory. Oh, Harry Urbanstein. Sarpedon, who is not as present in most of the records as far as I've seen. Her name is Michelle Gantz. Gantz. I'll post these in the name chat later.
I appreciate that.
Yes. And of course, Pete Fletcher. They seem to be the only ones using code names. Let's see. None of them are the Overseer. That's a guy, last name Nightingale. Looks like I did see in their plans that they are trying to maintain this whole, crops and we're good for society kind of thing as a front because they're in the midst of Brotherhood territory. Nightingale seems to be the head of the public-facing front kind of thing.
That makes sense.
But he's totally in on this thing too. He was CC'd on numerous emails.
And do you have emails that would be incriminating if we were to show them to someone else? The Brotherhood or the mob or anyone like that?
To the mob? Unfortunately not. They didn't record anything about this plan that they mentioned, which
But
may
at
have been
least-
smart.
At least the fact that they're trying to keep laying low from the Brotherhood.
Well, do you think the Brotherhood would be...
We can't go to the Brotherhood.
I'm not saying we're going to the Brotherhood. I'm just asking for more information.
I mean, there's plenty here about how they kill people.
That's
Plenty
something.
about C-24 and about its capabilities. Couple of rather prudish rants about how powerful it is and, making the Uber bench and stuff like that.
That should be
I read
enough for
Nietzsche.
Polis. Don't know when you got around to that.
I regret it.
Can you forward me any of the information you found on C24 and the RUV?
Yeah, sure thing. It's on your Pip-Boy. Yeah, you would have the records of all past variants of C-24. Most of them are failures. It seems that they had a pretty long stint of just trying to make a version that not only advances all skills, but also just makes things easier. So they were trying to make a version that, you know how with your version you have decreased the difficulty of any strength, agility, something checks by 2? They wanted that for essentially intelligence perception as well, alongside the benefits of Excel, of just getting a third D20 on every check. But that was proving a little bit too difficult. So it looks like with their current version, they kind of just called it a day of it's not hindering anybody. It's not as physically enabling as the past version, but this is probably the best we're going to get. Good enough. Good enough for science.
Pip, you did very well back there.
Thanks. Sorry they didn't, monologue into a microphone or anything fun like that.
Well, that's not your fault. That's theirs. But I'm proud of the work you did.
Thank you, Pip.
Yeah, of course. He takes your screen goes blank. Dr. Fletcher, what are you gonna use that for? You have already seen the information. You could probably you already have the current recipe.
Pete already told me how to do it.
Uh-huh. What are you gonna do with it?
Well, for one, I need to find a vaccine for the REV, and I need to know any changes that they made to it since they used it on me.
Why do you need a vaccine?
It's the thing that's killing him.
Oh.
Minos told me.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna cure yourself.
Yes.
That's great. Okay. Wow. Well, that's good. No. I was contemplating whether there would be information on a vaccine for REV on there,
It'd be
but
too easy.
it would be, and it also is outside their interests. To them, you need REV to be a better human being. There's
Is
no interest in
REV that they use any different from the one that they used in Vault 57?
It's the same.
Okay.
You would be able to see that with the records. Okay, well, I guess you didn't really... You found out a lot more with your robot friend there. He's taking our jobs, man. He's going to open the back door of the van while it's still moving and try and roll out.
Hold it.
Yep.
Just wanted to say I appreciate what you did, and I was wondering if there's any way you'd be willing to continue doing business with us.
Are you gonna keep not telling me the plan?
No, we've made mistakes and we've learned from them.
Give me 100 caps and you got my attention. My attention.
What more do we want, Jerry?
Nothing at the moment, but might be useful in the future.
Shh. Take it up with Lady Armitage. And now he's going to try to leave. Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, he opens the back door of the van and just somersaults out, back onto the road.
I'm gonna close the doors behind him.
Yep.
Well, that's one less for Chicago. Tabs, you're gonna need to take a right here.
Oh, okay. Got it. I don't really know where we're going. I didn't drive here.
At the next intersection, turn right.
Oh, I wish I could get Pip on my GPS.
That would be fun.
That would be.
That's our. This campaign is sponsored by Garmin. You probably forgot they existed, didn't you? All right. Van. Anything else you guys want to talk about while you're on the ride?
So what exactly happened back there?
Jerry's brother decided that because Jerry's body was reacting poorly to the reduced evolutionary virus, that Jerry's life wasn't worth living anymore.
So we tried to kill him.
Yeah.
Is your brother still alive, or?
I don't know. Well, he got shot in the leg by Bert. His leg is gone.
Well, let's hope that scoundrel bleeds out.
I hope he doesn't. I hope he gets to live on for a little bit in my world.
My world? You okay there?
Yes, I'm
Like
very
needing a
well.
cane to walk.
I have a downloaded test that will find out if you are prone to megalomania. Would you like to take this?
No, thank you.
Okay.
I don't think it's really fair to expect Jerry to be okay right now. Let's just give him some time.
Okay. So, sorry.
It's not your fault.
I was saying sorry to Jerry.
Thanks, Pip.
Let me know if you need any more incriminating evidence.
We'll get some more.
Pip, I think if you could bundle what we do have to send to Odysseus and the rest, that would be good.
Okay. When you're free, just extendo the antendo, and we'll call it a day.
All right.
Jules, forgive me for asking this, but what would Polis do if they got their hands on all of this?
They would evaluate whether to interfere or to let Gnosis be. My goal is that Cosmo and Horus and I can convince them to take action against Gnosis and we get allies.
I know, but I'm suggesting if they do, what would they do with any technology or formulas they may acquire afterwards?
They wouldn't really seek to acquire. In the
Are
case
you
of something
sure?
as groundbreaking as C-24, and especially if they're interfering with the mob or the Brotherhood, they're throwing off the balance of power. So I think it's likely we would try and raise the entire facility.
Are you absolutely sure that your people wouldn't try to take any of the information for themselves?
Yes. We're not a faction like the Brotherhood or Gnosis or the mob in that we're seeking our own ends. We're sort of brokers between the rest. We're keeping balance.
Every faction says that. I don't doubt your intentions, I just find it hard to believe that everyone in your faction is as noble-hearted as you think they are.
Well, maybe not everybody, but Odysseus keeps them in line well enough.
And the Brotherhood does not say that they're just brokers. And they don't say that they're pursuing, well, okay, they say they're pursuing peace.
Every faction, I'm saying, what I meant was every faction says they're the good ones. All the rest of the factions are
And most
Just
of
trying-
them are looking for control.
Mm-hmm. Balance of power is a pretty rare word to see in factions these days. Brotherhood would never say anything like that. They'd never say, oh, well, if somebody gets some technology, we have to allow that. No, they're going to be like, let's just take it. That's not Polis.
And the only way Polis can maintain that balance of power is by maintaining an element of power themselves.
But power over factions, not power over people. That's the difference.
There's not a huge difference between the two.
Are you an anarchist?
No,
Oh. Skeptic?
you know me.
Mm-hmm. Checks out.
Well, Jerry, I wouldn't be super trusting of Polis either if I was hearing about them for the first time, but I've been working with them for 5 years now, 5.5 years, and they are what they say they are as far as I'm concerned.
All right, Jules, I'm just, forgive me. I don't come from the most trustworthy background.
Well, I know. But think about it this way, even if they're not trustworthy themselves, even if you don't have enough to take that on faith, if they'd operate against Gnosis, wouldn't that still be in your best interest?
I just want to make sure that everything goes in everyone's interest.
I think that's what this would do. And if you don't want to trust them about it, trust me about it.
I trust you. And I want you to promise me that if Gnosis does try to take hold of any of this information, any of this tech, or any of these chems, that you will stop them.
Wait, do you mean to say Gnosis then? Or Polis?
Polis.
I
Yes.
figured I was just going to ask as if you had. Information is important, Jerry. I'm not saying recipes or anything like that. I think that should be well and solidly gone once we deal with Gnosis. But
If it becomes clear that they are trying to take that for themselves, or take it in order to use it, or take it in case they ever decide to use it, that you would stop them.
I would. It's not really within their MO, but if they tried to do it, I would. Is that
Alright.
good enough?
I'll take your word for it.
All right. I'll send out some feelers about that tonight, and we'll see how it goes.
All right. Very soon you all would arrive back at Tato Creek. Still just a quiet, sleepy farm town. You'd see Margie outside working on her suit of power armor.
I'd toss her, and we can maybe do this with Levi once he's back, but I would toss her the fusion core, the upgraded one that I found.
Oh,
That's for you.
thanks. More on that later.
Spot on.
I said 2 words.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. Are the rest of them all around?
You guys went back to the Trench household.
Okay, well, I would go and find the rest. If you guys want to wait in the van, I'll be right back with the rest of them. I'll knock on the door.
Mrs. Trench would get the door. You would see her with a bandolier and a 44 pistol. Oh, hello. We good to go?
Cinch. Yeah, actually, if the rest of them are here, it's time.
Okay. All right. Pix, Frankie. Where's Margie?
She's outside already. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
Are the
Vix,
little kids
Frankie?
outside?
They're inside right now.
Okay.
You ready to go?
I come out. I'm holding Burn Cat. Yep.
Jules does kind of stare at that a little bit.
Jerry's gonna get out of the car and go to the house. I need to use the bathroom before we go.
Oh, well, make yourself at home, of course.
Thank you.
If the rest of you want to get in the van, we'll have Margie run alongside in the armor.
What?
There's not quite enough capacity, but we'll make it work.
Okay. Just, if I trip, stop.
Sure. Do you mind if I take over taps?
Yeah, go for it.
Mrs. Trench would kneel down. Actually, they're 12 and 13. She would look down to David and Caleb. They've all got their stuff packed. They're moving over to the Yates house for the time being. Now, boys, you treat the Yates well, okay? They're hosting you, and you are their guests. So make sure and ask them if you can help with the dishes, if you can take out the garbage, if you can do anything. If it's harvest season, then you're going to help them harvest. But you're not going to be gone for months. No, I'm not, but, well, we just want to assume the best even in the worst. Now, David, you make sure that Caleb doesn't get access to any more yellow paint, okay? Okay. What? No! It was fine. It was harmless. I'll watch out for him, Mom. Don't worry. Okay. All right. Now, boys, go say goodbye to Pix. And they would both approach slowly, like we're just here to hug. Don't do anything else. No funny business. You do that.
Come on, you have to hug me. Mom said so.
They look at each other. Can we leave on a good note at least?
Yes.
Okay, they would go in for a hug.
Alright, I hug them and then do the worst thing a sister can do and give them mwah, mwah, goodbye kisses. Which they probably don't like, but they're
Yep.
more used to. And then I just kind of lick them both in the
Of course,
faces.
needed use.
And then I both take them and look at them both, and just be like, "Bye, guys. I'll see you soon."
Bye, Pix.
I say, "Give him heck," and push him out.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think I'm good to go.
Yeah, as long as Jerry gets out of here.
And I'll
On
hold
his
my
way
mom
out,
with the bag or something.
on his way out, are the boys there for Jerry to say goodbye to?
They were sent over to the Yates house,
Okay,
but you could
good.
intercept them if you so desired.
Okay, he wanted to intercept them.
Okay. Yeah, you would see them outside after leaving the restroom, just them heading over to the Yates house.
All right, hey boys.
Yeah.
All right, which one of you's older?
They both raise their hand, and David knocks Caleb's hand down. I'm 13, he's 12.
All right, you're the man of the house.
Yep. You see, he has a shotgun slung around his shoulder.
Now, you boys take care of each other. And don't tell your mother this, but there's been a lot of raiders in the area recently. So just don't talk to any strangers that come in town until your mother gets back.
Caleb just says, "You're not my dad."
No,
No,
but
just raiders, really?
yes, and they've been sneaky, disguising themselves, coming in, pretending to be friendly. So be careful. Don't trust
At this
anybody.
town? We hear all the news about Tato Creek.
Not at Tato Creek yet, but nearby towns, and they've been getting a little closer. So be
So
careful.
what do they disguise themselves at if they're new to a town?
Normal people.
Okay.
So just be careful. Don't talk to any strangers without your mother.
Stranger danger.
Tato Creek is a very friendly town, and everyone's really friendly here. But sometimes friendliness is dangerous in the wasteland.
David's gonna do an insight check on you. He thinks there's some ulterior motive.
Which there is.
What if we're the normal?
That is one critical success from him.
2 successes from him.
Just regular successes?
Actually, I'm going to re-roll 1 because I have the Smooth Talker perk.
Okay. Go for it.
Not that this is especially smooth.
3 successes.
Okay. No ulterior motive as far as he can see.
Jerry, you ready to get on the road?
All right, boys, say goodbye to Hennig.
Bye, Henry. They both pet Hennig.
All right, be good.
No promises, says Caleb. And David smacks him on the back of the head. No,
Just
you
don't
can't
get
say
caught.
that. And they would walk over to the adjacent neighboring house.
All right.
Also, inside I of course grab my gun from where it was hanging.
Mhm.
Run my hand on the peg that's right next to it. I think it just has like a hat and then like a big beard for its marking, and then I leave. and then I'll grab my mom's bag and take it to the van.
Okay.
We should be able to get to Chicago before dark. Frankie, you know your way well enough around once we get in there to get us where we need to go?
That depends on where you need to go.
Pix?
The docks?
Hmm?
The docks is where we're going?
Oh,
Right. I'm going.
is it?
Gosh. Okay. All right.
I figure we can drop a few of you off, Pix and Gabriella and whoever else would like to go. Wherever Pix is thinks we need to go, and then the rest of us can head on.
Wait, is Cortland and Avernsiv going with us?
Avernsiv is going because he needed to get to the Union line.
Up here.
And Cortland is traveling with us.
There it is. Okay. Yep.
All right.
Sorry about that. I actually didn't remember if I gave you a specific location, and so I was wondering if you might need to role play, like just asking around for, hey, where's the mob? You
Where'd
know,
the mob be?
right.
The
Or
mob with
talking to
medical-
Frankie, of course.
Gabriella knows
Frankie
we're
would
going to
know.
the mob.
I do apologize. I would have preferred before, when we started this game, to give you all like distinctive, here's the region that your character would know very well. You know Chicago well. You know the different areas within it. The pier is what you were very experienced with. A lot of what you did was kind of on the exterior of Chicago, making sure people coming into the city, paid for protection, that sort of thing. You probably didn't do very much scavenging in the interior of the city, but you know where settlements are. And what's a big deal these days? Well, 10 years ago. Sorry.
Okay.
That works for me. Okay.
I imagine the inside's been picked over pretty well already.
Yeah. Yep. It is also... It was immensely targeted. By bombs during the war. So much of the interior is absolutely ruined. Just terrible. I'll describe it later. You'll be there eventually. Night Sergeant Foley would walk up to you all, and specifically to Gabriella, and just say, "So, could I ask why exactly you're leaving Tato Creek? What's the deal with that?" "Well, I'm getting surgery." "Surgery? What happened?" I suppose it wasn't that important, but I have a brain tumor, and Pix has paid for me to get a surgery up in... Where are we going?
North at an old lab.
I
North at
think-
an old lab that I work at.
North?
Where's... Yeah. I think Pix is like, north? 'Cause she doesn't know where Chicago is.
Yeah. West.
Yes.
West from where you're at right now. North? So, Brotherhood territory?
No, we're headed west.
Well, northwest.
Yes. Up outside of Chicago.
Well, I don't know if where you're headed is safe, but we could definitely have our own doctors take a look at that if...
We've had doctors take a look. We know.
I'm a doctor.
We found there's basically just one solution, and it's, where we're going. But thank you.
All right,
Do
I just
appreciate it.
want to make sure that where you're going is safe. But
Well,
it's your choice.
I'll be there, so hopefully it'll be all right.
I'll make sure the boys don't get into any trouble.
And you'll be there to pick up Gabriella once we get her back to the station.
That's right.
All right.
All right, well, drive safe.
Will do. Good watch.
I drive away very fast.
You
very
driving?
recklessly. Yes, not really.
Who's driving?
I am driving, but I'm not driving recklessly.
Okay, roll a pilot check.
I'm supposed to be good at this,
I do
but the
like
dice
the
have not been great with me
Idea of the
recently.
universe where everyone's driving is really bad and everyone just accept it. Like you just hit a tree and then turn
One.
go. And they're just-
That was a good park. All right, yeah, good enough.
Good enough
Good
for
enough.
science.
Yep, for a wasteland driver.
Frankie should probably be in the passenger seat
All
before we
right.
get to
So,
Chicago.
to make you all aware, there are a couple paths to get into Chicago. From where you're at right now to stay on the interstate, which would be the fastest route, is going directly through Brotherhood territory, going right next to the Crucible, which is their headquarters. That would get you closer to the pier, which is on the eastern coast of Chicago. The Union Terminal is on the southwest side of Chicago.
Okay.
So, if you wanted to, you could possibly drive a much longer route that would get you to Chicago, get you to the Union Terminal, probably at about, I'd say midnight at this point. Or you could go straight towards the pier, cut through Brotherhood territory.
How much of a problem would the power armor be?
Great question.
Because I think that kind of determines what group we
For the Brotherhood or the mob?
The
I
Brotherhood.
think Pix might go and be like, "You want my 2 cents?" I think we go around. I mean, going by anyone's headquarters, people are a little bit more like, "What are you doing? What's going on?" So it might be best.
You would definitely get asked about the power armor if you were going through Brotherhood territory.
Would they take it away?
Depends on who you get.
We'll go around. I think that'll be safer.
All right. Who's driving shotgun?
Probably
I think
Frankie.
Frankie's in the passenger
Yeah.
seat.
Okay.
Frankie also needs to put on some different clothes.
Oh yes.
Barnes
Frankie would-
outfit?
Not faking Barnes. This time he would wear the armor outside of the clothes.
Okay, so he's just wearing.
Gas mask and hood.
Oh, okay, so it's incognito mode now. Okay.
I know this isn't.
Frankie turned dark mode on.
Masks.
This isn't going to be the most comfortable for you, Frankie.
What gave you that impression?
It is also a 5-hour drive to Chicago, so
Just
you
know
have a
it's
little
gonna
bit of time.
Quick in, quick out. As soon as we get the information we need from Voltec, we're out of there. And you can come with us and not Pigs if that would be helpful.
What?
And you can come with us and not Pigs if that'd be helpful. I think Voltec might be a little bit more your speed.
I'm gonna
All right.
put on my mask because then there's 3 people. If 3 people in a group are wearing a mask, it's not really. It's like
It's
it's not
collectively
suspicious.
odd.
It's collectively like, okay, they
Yep.
got a thing going.
That's right.
Also, I
Fair
love
point.
masks. So here we go.
Yeah.
I'll go wherever I feel that I'm needed most.
All right.
I'm going to take a nap.
You feel
and
safest because I'll probably.
Probably smart. It's gonna be a long drive, so get comfortable.
How many hours is the drive?
5. Oh wait, we're going on the southwestern side of Chicago, right? We're going to the Union Terminal there.
Yeah.
This
right.
is Avernsiv. Sorry.
We'll just drop you off before we go over to the pier. Yeah.
Go figure. Sorry, that's where I'm from. Well,
You're from Chicago.
no. Oh, God, no. No. I'm from a town called Aurora. It's right outside of Chicago. Still pretty big.
Well, would you rather go there?
No,
'Cause if it's on the way, we could
we can
drop
cut
you.
through.
Okay.
Union Terminal works for me.
Insight check.
Inside.
Go for it. Go for it.
Would Frankie know anything about Aurora?
Yeah. Aurora, which is an actual town this day. 2 successes. 4? Okay.
That
I
Really?
think 3.
It's perception plus speech, right?
Yes, it is. As a matter of fact.
So 4. Got a 3 and a 5.
He doesn't like home. Or, well, he doesn't like his hometown. Pretty apparent.
Probably family trauma.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So Aurora is outside of mob influence.
Claim.
It's yes, not outside of mob influence, outside of mob claim. It's a pretty. How would I word it? Not paranoid, but pretty closed off town outside of Chicago that would make most of its money from hospitality, from having people that are going to Chicago stay the night, that sort of thing. Bit of a trading burg. but they vehemently stayed out of mob business. They're like, yep, we don't want any part. We won't be any harm. We're not going to do anything in Chicago. We're going to be our nice little walled town in Aurora and have a nice day. Just a little isolated place. But friendly if you had to pass through. Suspicious, but they're not going to kill you.
That's nice.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, Union Station will work fine for me.
Great. Well, that sounds good.
Wow, this is a little cramped back here. There are 8 people in this van right now, and only 2 of them are in seats. So
Well,
you are,
if we-
for 5 hours, just kind of bumping around the back of a van.
If we need to take shifts or take a step out and walk around for a few minutes, that's totally fine.
If tensions are getting high, we can always mosh pit.
While in a moving van.
Yeah.
I think that's a fine idea. Does this thing have a radio?
Frankie, you want to DJ?
Frankie is finding the crop duster station.
Yes, you would pick it up.
Is Jeremy asleep?
He knows.
Oh, sorry, go on.
He knows the frequency.
Yeah, you go right to it.
I'm gonna
Well, welcome back to the Crop Duster. We're glad you're joining us. That was Uranium Madness by the Protons. Not to be confused with Uranium Fever, which is an entirely different song.
I love that song.
Thank you for joining us today. It's here. It's the Crop Duster. Thanks for tuning in. And it would be 1950s pop. Nothing too crazy, but a couple songs that have been recorded live at the Crop Duster. So it's
Jerry's
not just
gonna
old
wrap
songs.
his coat around his head and try to sleep.
Yep. It is not Smooth Blue. It is not the classical radio station. It is bopping.
Picks in the back.
Frankie wouldn't have it blaring. He'd have it.
Yeah.
He would have it at a modest volume.
That makes sense. Okay. I like the shift idea. Does anyone want to take a shift driving other than Jules? We'll say 2 shifts.
Listen, I
If
want
not, I
to,
can
but
keep
I'm bad
driving.
at driving, so
Yeah,
that's
I
a
don't
no.
have pilot.
Jerry is not in the best condition to
I
drive.
can just
right now.
drive both shifts. That's
You could take the power armor for a swing. No. Margie just added something to it.
She did, and I know she's gonna leave me an exemption to that, but I think I'd rather wait for her to say that on screen
Yeah.
before.
Yep. Agreed.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'll drive both shifts.
All right.
Could there be an argue for any skill other than pilot?
Can't be as hard as riding a bike.
Well, I
Um,
feel like pilot.
It'll be a pilot skill for the first. Oh wait, no, sorry. I was thinking about. I thought you were asking for the power armor.
Oh no, no, the band.
It's going to be pilot no matter what, but you could argue different special stats. So you could argue agility if you wanted.
I was gonna say avoiding potholes for the passenger princess.
Right.
Yeah.
But you're the one in the passenger seat.
I mean, again, it's a 9. It's okay. It's okay.
Go for it.
If
Is
you
he gonna
don't want to
offer?
drive the whole time. Oh yeah.
Here's the
Frankie.
thing. What is yours?
You can assist whoever's in the passenger seat can be a backseat driver and assist.
Mine is a 13.
Mine's a 10, so it's...
And
Really?
you-
Well, if it's agility.
You decreased your agility, remember?
Oh, it's a 9.
Yep.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Oh, if you ever need to stretch your legs,
I didn't.
just let me know.
Well, I think taking
Oh,
a break
Gun Fu,
and taking a walk
yes.
for a few minutes might be nice, but I don't mind driving. Do you guys mind if we take a break up here in a few minutes? Get out, stretch our legs.
Yeah, of course.
That sounds nice. It has been flat, and flat. Very uneventful. Welcome to a Midwest campaign.
Hey, it looks like home still.
How many,
Maybe like
how
halfway
many
through the
wrecked
journey.
Dead
toll booths have we
cornfield.
seen?
Oh boy. Radiated corn.
Shoot. No, none. I've driven through Indiana, Illinois. There's no toll booths there.
Hmm.
Well, maybe. Oh, wait, shoot. It's 2077. There's a tax crisis. There's toll booths everywhere. No.
It's one every mile.
Pull out a gun, just shoot the gate.
That's the American response. Toll booth.
We're in a van.
All right.
We'll pull over maybe halfway through and take a little stretch and then get back on the road.
Okay. All right.
Will Jerry be fully rested if he wakes up, or should he just sleep through the whole everything?
Wait, you didn't sleep last night, did you? Why are you asking
Yeah.
for rest?
Because he was on C-24.
I forgot that there was a rest component about that. I was going to ask you about the food component, though.
I mentioned he was eating earlier.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have potatoes.
You do have potatoes. That's
And
correct.
muffins. That's so cool.
I might actually say, and you may argue this if you so desire, if you feel like you have a better grasp on how much food that you guys have, but I might say that you eat the rest of the rations.
Oh, in Chicago, that makes sense, I think.
Yeah.
Though we do also have a lot more extra food.
We
all
got a
of
bushel.
sudden.
We got a bushel of potatoes.
Correct. Yeah, just the rations. So there's still potatoes, and those will sustain you, if not satisfy you.
You're saying Jerry ate all the rations?
You said it increases your metabolism, right?
I know. Are you saying that Jerry by himself ate everyone's rations?
Maybe. Does that sound outside of the realm of possibility?
I don't think Jerry would do that.
Okay.
I mean, if he needs
Is he going to recover enough if he
I-
doesn't eat enough?
I feel like if Jerry is still like, his stomach's growling and he looks like not well, then Pix will just give him his stuff and then just her stuff and just not acknowledge, even if he's like trying to.
It might be more like, you know, maybe
Double rations rather than
rations rather
six
than
times.
6 people's rations.
Yeah.
Especially because it's only in effect for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So-
Yeah, double makes sense. All right. Double worked good. So now there are just 4 rations left for 4 people.
And a lot of potatoes.
And a lot of potatoes. That's right.
Jerry would honestly probably just eat his rations and then just try to get a couple potatoes down.
Potatoes
Okay.
effects.
Can I roll a check to see if he can eat the potato?
Yes. This
Is
is
it
probably
that
the
bad?
most disgusting thing you've ever eaten.
He's gonna
Speak
eat
for
it
yourself.
first. He's gonna eat it
Guess I have the
first.
perk enjoy potatoes.
It's an acquired taste.
Enjoys potatoes.
Yep. I mean, growing up in a vault, I mean, you're used to mac and cheese, man.
And this is worse.
Yep.
Do I have to roll a check to see if I can get them?
If you want to. If you
I
don't want to, then
I don't want to.
you
but-
eat a potato. You ate a potato.
All right.
It's pretty disgusting, but you're so hungry you don't care.
That's why he's eating potatoes first.
This lack of check brought to you by Blamco brand mac and cheese, the cheesiest in the wasteland.
All right. So after a while, you guys get out in the middle of nowhere. There is no one around. You haven't seen barely anyone using this road at all. No traders,
Good.
no union members, no brotherhood members. It's been
Good.
very, very quiet.
All right, we'll take 15 and get back on the road.
I would like 2 people to make a perception check.
Frankie's not getting out of the van, but could he make a perception check from the window?
Sure can.
Is it perception plus survival?
Yeah.
Decrease by
I've-
1 because of
Well, do
animal.
you have a 6 for survival? Because if you do, then that's still going to be a success.
True. I don't
Right?
remember.
If you have
It's tagged.
corn cob helping
Yeah.
you, it'll be -1 to the difficulty.
2 successes.
3 successes.
Actually,
Well, that's a critical. Does the 16 pass for you?
16 passes and then
And then
5
5
is
is a critical because
critical
this
because it's tagged. So 3.
3 successes.
-1
decreased by
difficulty.
1.
Minus 1.
Both of you would see. Same thing you kind of saw earlier. Off in the distance, you would see a single scarecrow with what looks to be some sort of purple cloak on it.
Alright, that's the second purple scarecrow I've seen. Is there something like we should know about?
You would
Anybody
be-
know anything about purple scarecrows?
Both of you would see it. You would be able to tell that's clearly a scarecrow. That's not a person. There's not someone living inside that. You would just see, oh, there's like some weird person or scarecrow on the horizon.
Anybody know anything about purple scarecrows? Because that's the second one I've seen, and that's a little bit weird. It's giving me the heebie-jeebies.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, it's a scarecrow. But it's the second one I've
Does
seen.
anybody know?
With the
There are no
purple
crows
cape.
around, so
With purple cape. And
success.
Is it in a field?
Yep.
I grew up on a farm, and we never put purple capes on our
It's
scarecrows.
just in a desolate former cornfield that has not had corn in it for 200 years.
Nico, you grew up around here. Do you know what that is?
Oh no, I grew up in Aurora. This is,
Well, still a ways out.
'Cause
but-
the
I guess,
first
is
one I thought
rural
maybe-
cult.
See, the first one I thought maybe it was just,
Fun.
an aesthetic choice.
Yeah.
But the second time I see a purple scarecrow, that's weird. Something's weird.
Has the two ones that we've seen, have they been far away from each
Yeah,
other?
where was the first one?
It was
at?
way back over by Tato Creek, so that was like
Yeah.
2.5 hours of driving ago.
Mm-hmm.
That was coming into Tato Creek.
Yeah, so we're a ways.
Mom, do you know anything about this thing?
Oh, you know I don't leave Tato Creek all that often,
I mean, yeah.
so no.
Mark my words, something's fishy with these purple scarecrows.
Oh, sure, but we're going to be in and out. 15 minutes
It's
and then we're
probably
back
just
on the road.
like, I don't know, a group or something. And
They
just like
worship
mark their,
scarecrows.
well, you don't necessarily. I bet they just use it to like mark their territory or whatever.
Yep. Both times it was very, very far off. So not just like, whoa, just on the side of the road, but very clearly in a field far away.
We're going to take our 15 minutes.
Okay. Back in the van?
And then back in
Tabs
the
is
van.
gonna be very like paranoid the entire break.
Yep.
Purple scarecrows.
Yeah, you. Appalachia, I don't know the full lore of it, but one thing I do know,
Mothman.
there are tons of cults in West Virginia for some reason.
This is
Take a
actually
walk,
the same
good
purple
stretch.
scarecrow.
It's been following us around.
Dun, dun, dun.
Have you ever seen a
It's like the
Howl's
one in
Moving
Howl's Moving
Castle?
Castle,
It's like,
yes! I love that one.
she just is like, all right, I guess you're my companion.
I know, I love that. I love her
that
just
so much.
like, well,
I
that
made Josh
happens
watch that
vibe.
movie on like one of our first dates, and he hated it. So, boo. You have bad taste.
I don't like bananas.
It's
Josh
different.
doesn't like Howl's
Sophie is
Moving
iconic.
Castle.
Yeah.
We all have our quirks.
That's
And
right.
Howl has great style.
Oh, he's the worst though. He's the actual
Yeah.
worst.
Is he a terrible person? Yes. Is he fabulous though?
But he's
But
like
that's-
such a princess about
But
it.
that's why when he gets better later, you're like, this is pretty nice.
So does anything happen on the rest of our drive?
Let me roll the landmine damage real quick. No,
Wait a
no,
minute.
nothing. It is really, really quiet.
Tabs is muttering about purple scarecrows the whole time.
Yeah, a little weird.
Just let it go, take
Yes.
a nap.
Is there any like radio frequency that the mob uses?
Yes. When you were there, they talked about changing it a lot.
Changing.
The frequency.
Ah.
Every day, they use a different one.
Could Frankie just like twiddle with the radio and like look for anything?
Sure thing.
Yeah.
You absolutely can.
Hmm.
You would find Smooth Blue is still on the air. They're just playing Tchaikovsky for some reason.
Oh, keep that on actually.
That's not smooth or blues.
No,
You can just
it's
mark
not.
it down.
You keep scanning. Go ahead and roll a luck check for me, please.
Do I add anything to it?
I don't think we've done anything like that before.
No, you haven't. Add a hidden skill of 3.
Okay.
It is tagged.
3 successes.
3. Okay. Wow. You do not hear any of the characteristics of mob frequencies. Most of the time, those would pretty much just be conversations. They don't have like a number station or anything complex like that. It would just be like a, hey, package went
Communications.
successfully, that sort of thing. You do hear one station, it just sounds like someone's just trying to talk to anyone and just, hello? Can anyone hear me down there? Hello? 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 Come on.
This thing doesn't have a ham radio, does it?
Not on the front. There is. You have a transmitter.
I do.
Hello?
Jules, can you come here for a second?
Hello?
I mean, I'm driving, but yes.
Huh?
We're
What?
on a break, aren't we?
Oh, was
Is
this
the
during the
15-minute
break?
break? Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about when you were back on the road.
Oh, yeah, all right. Yeah, this is on the break.
Okay, yeah, I'll
I
like
need-
pull
I
up
need
the
a
big
mic.
antenna. Sure, here. And I'm gonna like set things up for him.
Please tell me someone can hear me. Hello? Hello?
Assuming everything's set up.
Hello?
Hello?
What? Yes! I knew it! Hi! Who are you?
You might have to tell me first. Who are you?
Oh boy. You could just call me. No, that's not good. Just call me Vigil.
All right, Vigil.
Yeah. What's your name?
Drake.
Drake. What? Where are you?
2.5 hours outside of Chicago.
Chicago. Wow. How is it down there?
What do you mean down there? Where are you?
Chicago. North.
It's lightly snowing.
Yeah. That doesn't surprise me. You hear another voice come on the radio that just says, "You're not supposed to be on this." And you hear a gunshot.
Do I recognize the voice?
No,
Okay.
it's just new.
I think he's gonna like quickly change the frequency and just.
What did you just tune in on?
I was trying to find a mob frequency. I don't know if that was a mob
That
frequency,
didn't
but
sound like the mob.
no, that sounded like the mob.
It did.
I don't know if that was a mob frequency. They changed it a lot, I think, but Vigil's, I think, dead.
Yeah, that was the implication.
Well, Drake, let's get back in the car.
What was that frequency? I ask you. Say.
If you would remember, we'll say it's on the upper band. It would be 115.3.
115.3. I doubt it's going to stay the same after that.
I mean, I'm sure it won't, but I get a feeling about things sometimes. So it's good to just write stuff down.
All right. It is 7:32 right now. You guys are just about ready to get back on the road. It maybe is 7:32 in game, but we will take a break as our characters are also taking a break. We will be back at screw it, 7:43.
Very specific time.
Let's do it. No, 7:44. I'm feeling spicy. Okay, we will be back at 7:44.
See you then.
Say hi to Vigil for us.
Why, hello, everyone. Welcome back. It's sunnier now.
Joke's
Wow.
on you. We came back at 7:46.
Whoops. 7:47 now.
Oh.
That's okay. It happens. So, where you left off, you guys just heard a radio transmission that was cut by violence. And now you are ready to go again back to Chicago. So who's driving? Okay. Excellent. All right. I'm not going to make you roll a check again. It's still... well, you know what? Roll it again. You might need momentum for Chicago.
Oh, crash.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
It's a 1 in a complication.
Okay.
I have no luck. I have no luck left.
It's fine. It's a success with a complication. So, you all are getting to Chicago just fine. But, you're probably going to need some repairs on the van, and specifically on the... Oh.
I like a roll like there won't be any noise.
No.
On the undercarriage?
There's no radiation that leaks. You're good. No complication, actually. I'm being honest. It rolled a blank.
Oh, okay.
I rolled
I
a
was
damage
like-
die.
Frankie starts glowing.
You must be so charismatic. You're positively glowing.
Why, Frankie, you're glowing tonight. Are you on a new skincare regimen?
Skin?
What's that?
It's radiation treatment.
Do,
I'd be...
do the rest of us on this car ride get the breakdown of what happened with the vault? Because you probably asked. What
no,
happened
we're
with the
waiting
vault?
to talk about that until after your mom is gone.
Okay, that makes sense.
Oh, that's right.
You
We're like,
might
what happened to the
know-
ball? I
if
mean,
you guys
what?
notice, Jerry might have a kind of a bruise on the side of his head.
Well,
when the first blow came.
You guys never told any of the home people that you're not telling Pix's mom. You guys fine with just not getting answers the entire car ride?
I'd probably go up and be like, what happened with Jerry?
Family reunion didn't go well.
It's vague. Guess we'll get updates later. Yeah. I think something Pix is about to do when they arrive is she remembers the book. And when her mom maybe isn't looking, she kind of looks at it, is going to read it, and then they probably arrive, and so she has to put it away.
Okay.
So she's planning
Yeah.
to read it, but then she's like, I don't have time.
Right.
So, till then, she's probably...
And Julian would be trying to talk shop with Avranciv a little about the artificial intelligence problem that he's got. Considering I'm about to drop him off.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right. Do you want to do anything with that, or...
I'm fine with it being more of just a thing in the background.
Okay. Just a stats convo.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, the sun would set. You all would be closing in on Chicago, which, as you're getting closer, I'd describe it as a shimmering pile of garbage. That's before the war. No, I'm sorry.
Nice.
Okay, Chicago is a nice place.
Hey,
I've
Mom,
been.
he just dissed your city.
What?
Mom had some roots in Chicago.
Mrs. Trencher, your mom.
My mom.
Oh, okay, all right. Anyways, but it is right on Lake Michigan. Wait. Please be Lake Michigan. Yes, the one that looks like that. Okay. I really should know my geography, especially for the United States.
Maybe
but-
the Earth changed after the Great War.
Not that much. Great Lakes stay Great Lakes. Yes, it is Lake Michigan. There we go. I knew that. Yeah. But the sun would be reflecting on it and then shining onto these collapsed buildings. So Chicago was incredibly tall, and it was probably even taller in the Fallout universe, given that it is 2077. It was probably bigger. It was probably a lot wider and a lot taller buildings. And when an area with a lot of tall buildings is nuked, kind of goes down like a pile of dominoes. There may or may not still be some fairly structurally sound buildings there, but it looks like anything above 10 stories is collapsed. Just too high. Or the top has fallen off and maybe the ground is still there. Definitely not what it used to be. But those of you that are from Chicago know some places survived. There is still elegance in there, despite the fact that it might not be as glimmering as it once was. It's still windy, so there you go. That doesn't change. Chicago, still windy.
Oh no, it's radioactive wind.
Oh no.
Wind never
Fallout wind.
changes.
All right. Also approaching, you would go through the town. Well, you would go past the town of Aurora, which you would see has a pretty effective, pretty large wall surrounding it, mostly just made of steel, and
So that's
with
inviting.
people walking a perimeter. Yep, that's my alma mater right there. I don't know what that means, but I think it just means origin.
Not quite, but that's okay. You want to point out your house as we go past it?
There it is. He points dead at the wall. Because you can't see past it.
I
It
mean,
is-
when we get past.
There it is. The wall surrounds the entire city.
Oh, we're not going through?
No, you're going past it.
Oh.
Yep. Yep.
Did you get to go outside the wall?
If I wanted to, and if I wanted a third eye,
Was that bad?
it's going to be bad. I hope you all packed your rat away. Chicago is not fun.
No,
Radiation
it's
is
in-
places. Well, I'm sure the mob is gonna help you with. I'm sure they can get you some rat away. I'm sure they're ready. Say, Jules, did you did you say you were in the Enclave?
Yeah, I did.
That was to scare them, right?
No, that was because I was in the Enclave.
He's gonna do an insight check on you. It's just one success.
I think also one. What was his?
8.
3. So, either way.
So they're real and not just boogeymen.
I keep forgetting people out here don't know that. Yeah, they're real.
Okay.
And they're not really boogeymen either. I mean, I know some of the other chapters get a bit of a bad rap, and for good reason, I admit, but our chapter wasn't like that.
Okay, so you didn't just try to kill everyone.
I mean, you've only known me for a day and a half, but I think you could assume I'm not that kind of a person.
Yeah, I've definitely seen that. Sorry. Fun fact. I grew up at an inn in Aurora, which means you just get a lot of rumors, a lot of crazy tales, that sort of thing.
Did your family own it?
Yeah, my dad did.
That must have been kind of fun.
It was fun for the people that came through. Maybe not the people that were there.
Probably not much of a minute to yourself.
No. It's a pretty tight town and pretty observed. You know, not much privacy there.
If it makes
Well.
you feel any better, the Enclave was the same way.
I'd imagine so. Imagine they're overbearing.
Yeah, a little.
So does that mean you know about like how to use power armor? Gong, gong, gong.
I taught
Margie's
Margie,
outside.
and she'll like gesture out the window. Margie didn't know until the other day.
Neat.
I mean, I never liked it all that much. It was just kind of, mandatory training, and Jane always took to it better than I did, so.
Wait, have you been in an XO1 before? That's the advanced power armor. Yes.
Well, when your mom's the head of security, you kind of get benefits.
Wow. So your parents are like honchos.
I mean, as much as anyone in the Enclave are honchos, I guess.
Are they planning on doing anything big anytime soon that I need to be worried about?
They are, and she she doesn't, she's driving. Well, I mean, they're taking over the world on Thursday, but other than that.
Huh. They've had to push that one back a few times, haven't they?
Yeah, it just takes a whole lot of paperwork.
Well, fun. It's a lot to know that they're real. Good to know that they're not, planning to rain on anyone's parade anytime soon.
I keep forgetting people up here don't know they're real.
I mean, when you grow up there, it's just, a fact of reality. It's not some big revelation.
Yeah, I'd imagine so. Man, I guess you're really, really not the fan of the Brotherhood then.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think if we fell into their hands and they knew anything about me or about Pip, I'd probably get tortured and killed, so not a fan.
I think we picked the right route then.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. It's been quite a drive.
I'm not fond of Aurora, but I'm glad you're not getting drawn and quartered by the Brotherhood. That's good.
Well, it's nice to be in one piece.
Yeah, there you go. All right. As you all get closer to the exterior of the city, you would start to see train tracks coming in as you all are getting nearer to Union Station. With that territory, you'd be a little surprised, Frankie, to see that there are not patrols on this side of the city of people in the mob, doing protection rackets, that kind of thing. You would see Union troops close to the station that is on the southeast side, or southwest side of the city. My bad. It's definitely a bit of a change, especially considering in your time the mob had surrounded the entirety of Chicago. Well, not the entirety. They're not on the water. But a little odd that the Union has marched in here. And marched they have. It definitely looks like the people here are well armed. It's a full-on military force that you would see here. The station is an actual station that is in Chicago, which I'll just probably send pictures of it later. But it is it's another Romanesque railway station. Apparently there were a ton of those.
Nice.
But Chicago is the rail hub in the Midwest, or at least it was before the war. With the mob holding control of it, wasn't as big a deal for the Union, but they've wanted it for quite some time. And it seems like they're finally making a move on it right now. Definitely from what you guys have interacted with the mob before, definitely sounds like, don't worry, the mob is still in Chicago, but maybe their hold has loosened just a bit to people coming through. Maybe it was a compromise, maybe it was a war. But all you know now is that you are in Union territory here in Chicago, at least on this side.
We like them. That's great.
Mm-hmm. So, the station is ever before you. No one's asking for ID. No one's saying, what are you doing here? You can pull up in your van and with a suit of power armor. No questions asked.
Well, then we'll do that.
Pretty chill.
That's great.
As you all park, you would see some steam emanating from the engine. You arrived, but that's that complication. Might need fixing again if you need to use the van again.
And how far is the station from the pier? Or from Voltec Regional Headquarters?
Would Frankie know that?
You
Like
don't know where
general
Voltec
idea?
Regional Headquarters is. That's something you might need a map or talk to someone with some know-how. The pier is on, the eastern coast. So you would have to go through pretty much the entirety of Chicago to get to the pier.
We're going to want the van for that.
Here's the problem.
A lot of
There's
debris.
so much rubble. It is
Chicago was a major
unnavigable.
target.
Wait, what's the contradictory term for navigable? Innavigable?
Unnavigable.
Unnavigable? You can't go through it, son.
The roads are stymied.
Chicago was probably a prime target during the Great War. so-
What's that? Yeah. And roads are just absolutely covered.
So would it make more sense to kind of go back around outside of the town?
Yes, that would make sense.
So this is just a little stop.
Yeah, you could totally cut through and around. It is about midnight when you guys finally arrive, though. So it is quite dark out, a little spooky. Union Station isn't the most bustling, but the fact that there are still soldiers out on patrol at midnight probably says a lot.
All right. Someone mind getting directions from Union personnel about the Voltec regional headquarters while we're here? I'm gonna take a look at the engine.
I can ask if they know anything.
It'd be great.
I'll look at the engine too. Pull out my little handbook.
Turn to the section on nuclear batteries.
For batteries.
Jules, how long are we gonna be here?
As long as it takes to fix the engine.
Okay. Hey, Tabs.
Yeah.
Are we like in an urban area, or are we kind of closer to the outside of Chicago?
I will say in an urban area.
Is there any place we can go scavenging?
Yes, absolutely. It's going to be very picked over.
You want to help me go look for some things?
Like what kind of things?
Well, ingredients that I can use to make, well, right now, stim packs and Radaway.
You better not be making any more of that drug your brother.
I don't have the equipment for it here, and I do intend to make that in the future.
I hope you make stim packs, but I
Tabs,
don't want to meddle with that chem stuff.
Tabs, I hope you don't think I was trying to use it for fun.
That stuff's addictive.
Yeah, life is addictive too. I'm kind of more addicted to that right now.
Oh, wait, that's a great question. You only took one dose, so
It has an addictivity of 2.
yeah. Yep, okay. Yeah, you good.
Well, he took the dose back in Sanity, didn't he?
He did, but it is based on Persine.
Hmm.
Wait.
But why would you ever take more than one per scene?
Yeah, why would you?
If you want me to roll.
No, it's per day.
Oh, and it's been a day and a half. So
Yeah, it has been, yeah.
Yeah.
So he's good, but yeah, based on day. Okay. So, yeah, you could not get addicted again.
Look, Tabs, can you just help me find these things? And he's gonna show her some ingredients,
Mhm.
either for Radaway or for stim packs.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I can look for that.
Here, Hennig can help. He knows how to find certain chemicals.
Yeah. So, in Chicago, that's probably the best bet is to look for ingredients rather than stim packs. There's probably not even a single stim pack remaining in this city anymore. It's been 200 years. Everybody's looking for stim packs. But ingredients, it's going to be a fair bit easier.
I'll assist.
Difficulty of 3. It's easier, but
is-
still hard.
Is this gonna be like a survival or medicine or science?
You may use medicine, since you're just looking for medical ingredients.
Okay.
Perception, though, regardless.
Can she use survival?
Yes.
Okay. So you should lead the check. In the
Pretty
whole
flexible.
One success.
All right. Jerry's got to roll a critical. Make that work.
Come on, Jerry.
I will not say that your animals can help you out on this one.
They can't.
Stim pack.
They have drug sniffing dogs.
Is Hennig a drug sniffing dog?
He's had him long enough. He's probably taught him how to look for certain basic materials. If you want to say no, that's fine.
Yeah, it's just it's a lot of it's one thing to be able to sniff like oh, I found some Radaway, but like
Okay.
I found components that might be used to eventually make Radaway. There's a lot of things that might meet that qualification.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
That's fine. Then no, I didn't get anything.
Okay.
Rip.
Yeah, it's midnight.
Oh, it is.
Mm-hmm. And on that perception check, that was a total of 1 success.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, what was the perception check for? Was that to search for stuff, or was that to look for danger?
I was combining it.
Oh.
Because looking for danger would also be a perception survival check.
Uh-oh.
I'm being a little
The
sly about this,
purple
but I also
casket.
think combined checks are a thing. That is 2 successes. Tabs, you're gonna get shot.
Ah!
It is midnight, and a shot rings up. No, it's hitting you first.
Sorry, I forgot it was dark.
You're like, wake up.
That is 8 points of damage, ignoring 3 points of armor.
Where?
So, oh yeah, where?
It hits you first.
It was quite the shot.
Where? What part of the body?
Oh, yeah. Right arm. Welcome to Chicago.
So I have a physical damage resistance of 4.
Yep.
Like once you do
So.
So 7 points of damage to your arm.
My arm. Okay.
You are scavenging in the middle of the night in Chicago. Go ahead and roll initiative after this.
Probably the warmest welcome you could have received.
What am I rolling for initiative? I got a 7 and a 5.
Perception and agility.
2 successes?
On the initiative?
Yeah.
Okay, did you account for all the damage already?
7 damage, yeah.
Okay, so
That's a
your
critical
arm
injury.
is wounded. So at this point, that means that to use a two-handed weapon would increase the difficulty of any check by 2.
Ooh.
So your right arm is crippled. Run! All right,
Jerry!
1 success. Okay.
Am I like,
Um,
where, are we next to each other or am I
We're probably
like...
close.
Yeah, I imagine you all are in the
She,
rubble.
like, turns,
of some
I've been
building.
hit! Gotta get out of here!
Well, go.
Corn cob!
Yeah. Yeah, Corn Cob's tired, man. It's been a long day.
He's been
and
sitting in the van.
He has been sitting in the van or on the roof. I don't know. He'd be fine with either.
He did the thing where he's on the window, like outside her arm.
Yeah.
Like,
Nice.
windsurfing.
Just raising the weight. Yeah, exactly. What are you doing, Tabs? It's your turn first.
I am trying to run away from whatever attacked me
Yep.
because my
All
arm
right.
was hit.
So you may run and look for the attacker or just full on dash.
Well, is Jerry like?
We're running away. We're running away.
I know, but you're not like limping or anything because you're like a crippled.
Just
old
run.
guy.
Just run.
Yeah, your head is wounded, so perception checks would also be increased by 2 for you.
So you're not going to see the attacker,
We're
but
not.
running should still work.
And you're not even going to be able
Okay.
to hit them. They're using a
Quick
sniper rifle.
question.
Yep.
How do concussions heal?
Just like any other injury, you're going to need to rest tonight and roll a check that is determined by the activity you've done today. You have just engaged in combat, so that'll be a difficulty of 5 tonight.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Yep. I'm sorry, I probably could have warned you, but
I
Chicago, midnight, scavenging.
I thought it was like still light out.
Okay.
I didn't think it was dark, so
Yep. I did mention, I did say
that was
midnight.
that was my
a
fault.
few times.
okay.
To be
That was
fair.
my fault.
Yep.
All right, I'm dashing. Dashing through Chicago.
Some guy with a recon scope a mile away. Okay.
I
You're
suck
dashing
at
as well? All right.
Do we have to
Jerry's
roll?
like,
Both
"Yes,
of you
I
go
am."
ahead and roll an athletics check. Agility and wait, what's the name of this? What's it called?
Athletics.
It is. Is it just called athletics? Okay. Yeah. I was like, is that just D&D or is that a also call out?
Agility plus athletics.
Difficulty of 3, but partial successes with that.
Bruh, I got.
No, I'll change it to 2.
I needed a 9 and I rolled a 10.
Oh. Do you have any luck points left?
Oh, I got plenty of luck points.
Use one.
That must be nice.
What'd you get, Jerry? You too.
I got 1 success and a complication.
Oh, that's tragic.
Okay.
9.
What do you have on you?
Well, I have a sword, a knife, a drifter outfit, formal hat, suit, gas mask, lab coats, rataway caps,
What are you wearing right now?
my drifter outfit.
Okay. This will be an easy repair later, but your drifter outfit takes some damage. Not you. You are fumbling around in the dark. You can barely see. You have a concussion. There's rubble everywhere. At some point, your coat, your outfit, catches on maybe the remains of a metal girder and just rips. So your outfit now has 1 reduced physical and energy resistance to a minimum of 0.
Okay.
You can fix that pretty easily back in a safer
If
place.
we get to a safe place.
Yep. All right. So how many successes on the movement?
1.
1.
0.
0. Okay. And this person is going to have 2 more turns to shoot you guys. Is he gonna do the smart thing or is he gonna do the balanced thing? Let's do the smart thing. He's gonna attack you, Tabs. That is a 1 and a 5.
Ooh.
That's the momentum for them.
Damn. Uh-oh.
That is 8 points of damage, ignoring 1 point of armor. To your torso. You're still moving. You're making good speed.
So you got 4 physical DR?
Yeah.
That's subtracted by 1, right? So that's 5 damage total?
Yeah.
How much health do you have left?
Well, if I lost 7 on my arm.
That's all still like
Yeah. So.
That's all still subtracted from your maximum, not from your
What's my max HP?
Current was 14.
14.
You have 2 left.
Yee.
Well, I don't know if that's an old HP that I just haven't updated.
Well, when would you have gotten shot?
I think way back when we fought like the vultures.
Would we have recovered HP since the Volcoons?
That was this morning.
So I guess we haven't
Wait.
made a point of it, have we?
No. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You stayed in the Union Terminal during the night.
You're right,
Yeah.
you're right.
You would have
Okay.
recovered HP. Yes.
So you're at 4 then.
Okay. I was like, I think that's an old
Still
HP
low.
number. I don't
That's still
remember
low.
being that
Yeah, that's a
I'm
critical
struggling.
injury to the
I'm
torso,
struggling.
right?
So you are
Struggle
bleeding
bus.
now. Yep.
Is there any cover nearby?
Yes. You can take cover if you want. You would still be. There's a lot of rubble, so it would be very good cover. So it would afford you 4 damage die of cover. That's how it works. Is it adds damage resistance to you rather than just making the check more difficult. There is cover galore. You would, if you stay in cover. Okay, here's what I'll say. You can use cover or hiding in cover or something like that as a major action, but you wouldn't be taking the dash major action. So essentially, you could go from cover to cover if you so desired. You'd be moving slightly slower, still moving, and also with
I
cover.
just need to stop the bleeding
Yeah.
so she
okay.
stops taking damage.
Go ahead and roll a very quick. This is not an action or anything. Perception check, decreased by 2 because of your head injury. There's plenty of stuff to take cover behind.
I know. I just already suck at perception.
I am sorry. This kind of feels a little bit like an ambush. No, it is an ambush.
Are they taking extra difficulty to shoot us because it's dark?
Yeah, you rolled 4 successes.
Nothing. I need a 4.
Okay, so you would be able to. There's some cover that you could find. It would be so it would be 2 damage die of damage reduction. Do you want to use it or not?
He's going to shove Tabs to the ground and inject her with the stim pack really quick.
Okay.
Okay. How
So
many
that's
HP
4.
does it give me back?
That gives you 4 hit points back.
Okay. So.
And then he's going to try to stop the bleeding. And since she's down and he's still... She's down on the ground, and since he's higher up, can I argue that I would be the target instead?
Yes, you can. That makes sense to me. So you have the HP from the stim pack. All right. Stim pack is a minor action. That's all you got this turn.
Just a minor action?
You moved as well. You moved to cover.
Okay.
I guess this is why we do the buddy system, though, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be dead.
Yeah. Good decision. All right, next attack. That is 3 successes, which is just going to cut it, but it is going to be reduced by cover. No. Well, might as well roll that as well. So you're going to be hit in the right leg. Oh, that's nice. There you go. Could have used that earlier. Okay. You are hit for 3 points of damage, ignoring 3 points of armor.
And how much cover how much damage
Oh, yeah,
resistance do we
that's
get
right.
from the cover?
3.
Okay, then I
So-
don't get hit.
Yeah.
Lucky you. Must
The
be
bullet would
nice.
have hit you if you were not in cover. It just sinks into the concrete that you are taking cover behind right now. Good idea.
Does she take any damage from her torso injury?
Yes. I'll go ahead and roll that for you. Nothing. 2 blanks.
Okay.
I'm just pressure.
All right. Tabs, it's your turn. What are you doing?
Doc, what are we gonna do?
Just
How are we gonna?
shh, quiet.
Why did you take us out here in the middle of the night?
You agreed to go. You're
You
the
couldn't
expert.
wait till the morning.
All right. Yeah, it's your turn.
Jerry's just gonna try to do a medicine check.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Corncob is sadly chirping.
Difficulty will be. All right, I'm going to be a little merciful here. If I was a bit more merciless, I would say this would be affected by your head injury. This is operating on someone, and it does kind of rely on sight. But I'll say you're a doctor.
He
Pete
can do
might
this with
think-
his eyes closed.
Yeah, Pete might think you've done nothing in your last 10 years, but you have done things. You've repaired
You're like,
probably hundreds of torso
"Stupid
injuries
Pete."
like this before. You can do it in your sleep, which is appropriate because you're really tired. Go ahead and roll a intelligence medicine check with a difficulty of 3, since she has 2 serious injuries. If it's just
Okay.
1, then it's 2. You
Can
only
I argue that it's just? Well, I could probably treat both of them, but I want to focus on the torso.
Yes,
If you want to say it's 3, it's 3. Like, I can easily get
I'll keep
3.
it with 2. I need to clarify the rules after this to see what it is, but I believe I did read that even if you're just healing 1, the difficulty is still determined by how many serious injuries that you have.
Okay, I can get this easy.
But I'll clarify. Yeah, just 2. That's all you need.
Okay. So I am going to use medic to reroll this one.
There you go. We love perks.
3 successes.
3. Get 1 action point. Man, that's the first one of session, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Shoot.
Yeah, we've been trying, but the rolls have just not been good.
Yeah. All right. Your torso is treated. If it is shot again, no matter what damage you take on it, that will be opened again, but you're good to go. It is now their turn again.
So does my HP go up, or am I just not like bleeding out?
You're not
You're just
bleeding.
not bleeding.
Yeah. All right. Another attack. Whoa, that's not going to cut it. That's only 2 successes. Complete miss.
What
It
a
just
shame.
hits concrete behind you guys. Tabitha, what are you doing?
Corncob is sadly like, meh, meh.
All right, Tabitha,
What's-
calm. All right, we're gonna get up. We're gonna run over to that pile over there. All right,
All right.
let's go.
They're gonna do like the classic soldier
Jerry's-
sling my arm.
No,
over.
you're running. I'm not carrying you.
No.
Your legs are fine.
Jerry's gonna run behind her.
He's like, I'm old, sort of.
All right.
This is maybe a little meta because I'm not here. Can she sneak?
I do have that
Since
sneaky.
it's
She has the
night,
ghost. She has the
and
ghost
she's
perk.
sneaky.
I do have the ghost perk.
So
It's
could
very
she try?
dark.
That is a little meta.
Yeah. The only thing I'd say is like maybe she knows her abilities better, but
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Can I argue since she's got that, Jerry's also just not as physically fit. He's the one that's gonna draw their attention and their fire,
Okay.
and he's gonna be walking behind her or running.
Yeah, I can argue that. Tabs, you may attempt a sneak check.
All right, so
That'll be a major action.
Sneak plus what?
Agility.
That's better.
Difficulty is 2. It's at night. It's pretty easy.
Yeah, you got that.
14. Yeah, so 2 successes. It does agility plus sneak in shadows or darkness. First D20 purchase is free. I don't know what that means, but 2 successes.
Oh, what was that about the first D20 you
It
purchased
said
is free?
first D20 I purchase is free.
You get to roll 3D20 then. That's what that means.
Fancy.
That's
I need a
what
third one.
C24 does.
That one just rolled a 3, so it's nice.
13.
A little less nice.
Well, 9 plus 6
Someone
is
mind nudging that back our way?
15. So 3 successes.
3 successes. Get 1 action point. All right, Jerry.
Caps.
What are you doing?
Can I have that action point?
Sure.
Here, I'll just use mine.
Nice aim.
That's a Jerry level aim.
Jerry.
And he's gonna try to sneak too.
All right, roll an agility sneak check.
Yep. What's the difficulty?
2. You were standing up. I'll keep it at 2.
I'm not gonna get it anyway. No, I just got 1.
Okay. You're sneaky beaky, but he's still sneaky peekies. All right.
Sneaky. Beaky.
That is barely 3 successes that will hit. Well, we'll see what. You're sneaking, so you're. You didn't say you were. Okay, you said you were going towards cover. Quick perception check, please.
I still suck at that. But...
Perception plus survival.
Oh no. Jerry.
Well, I got 1, but the difficulty's increased by 2. Anyway,
Correct.
So
That's nothing. You can't find cover at all.
okay.
So damage. That's only 1 effect. Left leg, and I still have to roll 3 more die. 1, 2. Okay. 4 points of damage, ignoring 2 points of armor. In your left leg.
Doing okay, Doc?
Nope.
You alive, Doc?
Yep.
Okay. You all are still moving, though. And he probably only has 1 more chance to attack.
Is it
He
getting
only
harder
sees you.
since we're moving at further and further range?
No, because you're at extreme range right there, and there's nothing more than extreme.
Okay.
You guys just gotta book it to one more set of cover and get out of here.
Yeah.
What was that?
Sorry for the technical difficulties. Oh, I just tripped on the cable.
Okay.
Mic check.
Okay.
Keep running.
Okay.
Just go.
Sorry for that. That was probably a little annoying. All right, Tabitha. Are you staying stealthy, or are you moving? You can hide, or you can stealthily move.
I'm stealthily moving.
Okay. All right, roll another sneak check. Difficulty of 1 because he's already
you get
lost
a third
you.
die, don't you?
Yeah, if I use the ghost perk.
Use it, use it, use it.
I have
There you go.
3 successes.
Well,
But
Two
it's
action
being
points.
hacked,
Wait,
so
That's 4.
4
3
successes.
action points. Ghost.
Go.
You have to have
I'm basically
3 caps for you.
Jerry. Your turn.
All
Yeah,
right.
you're.
Is there anything?
Can I use a cap, please?
You gotta,
Yes.
man.
Take him.
You. Here. All right, Jerry's just gonna book it.
Okay. Dash, dash, dash.
Go, Jerry, go.
There's no check for this, actually.
There's no.
No, you will make it after this attack, but essentially there's a building that you guys are going towards that.
Okay,
It's
take the
definitely
cat
out of
back
line of
then.
sight. He's still going to attack you.
I know.
Okay.
Survive.
But yeah, you just make it. All right, last attack. That's only 1 success. Not going to cut it.
Yes.
Another shot rings out, and you both make your way behind a building that is very clearly out of this guy's line of sight. You're safe.
Yay.
Are you okay?
No.
Let's go back.
Holding her torso.
Okay.
I'm not gonna be able to shoot for a while.
So you all limp your way, even though your legs are fine, back to the Union
Jerry's
Station.
limping. His leg is not fine.
Did you take an injury?
Never.
Not a critical injury, but he's still
Oh,
got
okay.
shot
You just
in the
been
leg.
shot. Now you're fine. This is follow. You're good.
Yeah.
Just a little lead in there, nothing else.
It's an occupational hazard.
Yes, exactly. Okay.
Maybe a little stiff.
You all would be at the Union perimeter, and a 9th Sentry would ask you, "Oh, you're injured. Do you need any help?"
As long as it doesn't cost anything.
Yeah.
Who do you think we are? The mob? Come in.
I mean, we are in Chicago.
Yep. All right. So there would be indeed a doctor here. Doctor, more of a medic. Sorry, he doesn't have a degree, but neither do you.
Womp womp.
Jerry's got closer to a degree than anybody else here does.
That's
Not
true.
True.
That's what his entire education was growing up.
Oh.
Medicine, science.
He's big brain.
I'm just saying.
He was doing this stuff
Small
at like
man.
7.
Big
There are
brain.
others among us who may have doctorates.
Look.
Hey, Greek literature doesn't count.
Yeah.
Hey!
Yeah. All right. So, are you going to bed after this?
Yeah, Jerry's going back to bed.
Okay. So you're gonna heal hit points regardless because of going to bed.
It's our van.
But was that the Tempest van?
Yeah, it was.
The TEMPEST van.
What's the van stand for?
Sounded like it.
Okay.
I have in my notes.
So this medic is going to attempt to treat both of your all's injuries.
Can I assist?
Let's hope he's good.
Okay, here's where I'm going to be merciless. No, you... Okay. You can assist on tabs, not on you. There is no way you can self-operate with a concussion. Not that I know how concussion... Okay, I had a concussion once, but doesn't matter. Let's roll for tabs first. Tabs, go ahead and roll a endurance survival check, please, with a difficulty of 5.
Ah!
Oh, rip! I rolled a 20.
Whoa. You might want to use a luck
I'm
on
gonna
that
use a
one.
luck point. I have lots.
I mean, says the person that ran out of luck, but you know.
18, but that's better than 20.
It's not a complication.
It's not a complication. What am I rolling? Endurance,
Survival.
survival. That's 10. Yeah, we got no successes, bestie.
None?
I got
Okay.
a 12 and a 18.
All right. So, for all intents and purposes, your wounds would be bandaged. So, hit points are technically healed, but they're healed regardless because you're going to bed.
Okay,
Magic.
I'm back at full health then.
Yeah.
Sleep is
We'll say you're
magic.
back at full health.
But am I at the
neither.
stage where, like, if I were to get hit in the arm or something, it would like open up the wound?
Sure would. And your torso.
So I got
You
the
did.
in
handful.
Chicago. So
Right.
that's no good.
Chicanery.
So, it might be advised if you want to recover those injuries, trying to stay free from combat tomorrow. I know you didn't ask for it today. Well, you didn't verbally ask for it, that is. You didn't escalate yourselves. It was escalated on behalf.
About Jerry.
Yes, Jerry, your turn. Survival endurance check.
I'm not getting anything.
Oh, buddy.
Worth a shot. Ones
Oh, buddy.
exist.
Good.
Not for me. I got 1 success.
One success. 19 from the medic.
Ooh.
No.
Oh, man.
So neither serious injuries are recovered, unfortunately.
Yep.
Might be good to take a day off, but
Do we see them
that's a
coming
little
back?
hard. What's that?
Do we see them coming back?
Did you guys go to bed?
Frankie
Yeah,
was
they
going to
have-
find
Now,
someone to
I
ask
mean-
for information.
Oh yeah, let's do that first of what you guys were doing while they were being sniped.
Hearing sniper rounds go off.
Okay, so who was talking to try to find out where Voltec Regional Headquarters was?
Though
Frankie.
we
Yep.
could send either Margie or Pix off for the buddy system, too. I do
They
that.
could also work on the van.
Well, yeah, but I'm doing that for one, and then we could have one of the others stay and help with that, because there's like 6 of us, so they're
Margie's
really
If
good
we're
at
in the
fixing
Union
stuff.
Station, though, we're
yeah, so
so-
maybe we assume Margie.
I thought
Stay.
helps.
since Margie isn't here, Levi isn't here.
Yeah,
Pix
let's not
is-
roll for Margie.
Yeah,
should give it a
yeah,
try.
yeah, yeah.
She has some different stats.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. We'll say she's using the book a lot,
Okay.
and that's why she's a little.
Yeah, absolutely.
At this.
So go ahead and make the difficulty is going to be a 3.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll that check. Intelligence plus repair.
Instead of rolling for Margie, could we just say that the difficulty of the check is reduced by 1 since she helped put the van together?
That feels like it might be a stretch.
I mean, I've already decreased the difficulty to 3. It's not a 4 or a 5.
Okay.
We have action points, too.
Yeah.
You do. Yes. So difficulty is going to be 3. Intelligence plus repair.
Okay.
So what do you
Or
need
or
help with?
science.
I have like the book, and I'm like, what?
How much experience do you have with repairs picks?
I play with my guns a lot, and I have this book.
Okay. Do you know what an Allen wrench is? Oh, not an Allen wrench. What's the one that you actually... I don't know repair. What's the specific kind of wrench that you might use in repairing an engine?
A plumber's wrench.
Do you know what a plumber's wrench is? Do you know what a flashlight is?
Yes.
Okay.
Go to the plate tools. It's like the back of the pan.
Can you hold a flashlight?
Yeah.
And can you get me a wrench?
Uh-huh.
Nico, you got a couple minutes to kill?
Sure, why not? Oh boy, this is a reactor, isn't it?
You have any experience with any of this?
Well, it's a nuclear battery. I've done some stuff. Might as well help. Ah! One
I
success from
helping
Nico. Yes, 1 d20, please.
Okay.
Repair.
What'd you get?
3.
3 successes!
Isn't that good?
And you wanted it to be a 2. What'd you get?
None.
None?
What I got?
That's okay.
So that was nice.
I'll be
Yeah.
like I'll be kind of trying to explain things as I go for Pix's sake.
Uh-huh.
Like not making it super obvious that I'm like instructing her, but just like
I think
kind of talking to myself
I
about it.
think Pix is not necessarily helpful, but I think she is having maybe one of the best times of the people repairing a car, even though she's maybe not.
Yeah.
So she's very excited, and she seems to be like,
Should be giving notes
cool.
here, like, okay, and this is what I'm doing here,
Uh-huh.
and this is how you can diagnose it. This is the problem.
Uh-huh. It's like the hair in your hand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And she wouldn't just be explaining it to Pix necessarily because she wouldn't want to look like. But she'd be like talking to both of
Mansplaining.
them and kind of just like, you know,
Mm-hmm.
walking through it.
Okay.
You mind seeing
Success.
if, like, they've got tea anywhere around here? It's actually been a long time since I've slept.
You want to get caffeinated?
Yeah, kind of.
I think we should just go to bed.
Have they got places we can sleep here?
Most likely, it's the
You could
Union.
lock the van or something. I could get some tea and like.
You are not all sleeping in that van. You could barely fit 8 people
yeah.
standing upright in it.
I think I
Lying
keep
down.
misinterpreting how big this van is. So okay.
It's like that one out there.
Nope.
Later. Look at it later. Look at it when you leave this place.
Okay. Do we have tents or anything?
No, but the Union Station would actually have like almost barracks or like a hostel that you can stay in for free.
I could go. I'm pretty good at bargaining. 10%.
Here's
I
10
could-
caps.
I
It
could
was
try.
free.
I could try getting some tea and like.
That
a
would be
shop or
great,
something.
actually.
Okay, cool. So how many can be in the car? Let's say like 6. What's a good number?
I'll stay and guard the car if the rest of you want to.
I'd
Get some
like look
actual
at
rest.
the car. Like what? How many seats are
4.
there?
2.
2. Okay, 4.
They
Let's
do
say
recline.
4.
So
Alright,
you could
4.
put 2 in the back,
And we'll
2 in the
take-
seats, lying down.
Cool. And then we have me, Mom, Corlant, and is Corlant with us?
Yep.
I look over.
Hi.
And then you want to come with me, Corlant? We could get some tea.
Sure, why not?
Something caffeinated would be
I
great.
walk. I have him go forward because I'm like, this man exists. Why does he keep vanishing? And so I want to somehow get him to be focused in my zeitgeist of understanding. So, and then so I think we're getting 3 tents.
3 tents?
Yeah.
You're staying outside?
Well, I'm thinking there's some people in the car, and then we have some people.
So there's 4 in the van, and
And then we're
there's
near
4
where
more.
the people are. So if
Wait.
something happens, then it's kind of maybe.
Are you
someone's-
outside or inside?
We
Oh,
need 4
okay.
places to sleep that are not the van.
Yeah.
So if there are 4 beds inside, or if more people want to stay inside, I can just guard the van.
There are
like-
hundreds of beds inside. They have a full-on, it's just bunk bed, bunk bed, bunk bed, bunk bed.
So why don't the rest of you get
Barracks.
some sleep inside in an actual bed? I'll
Okay.
guard the van.
Yeah, I'll get some tea, and I feel like we could use a tent. Maybe a big floppy one in case we need it later.
For on the road?
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea, actually.
All right, I'm gonna go with Cortland, and I'm just gonna try and I'm gonna try and get that tea, get some coffee tea.
All right.
And I'm gonna try and be charming and kind of nice to them.
I thought you meant to court
Okay.
line.
I mean, you're just getting a
I was
coffee.
like, Pixie, he's too old for you.
So before we do that, we're gonna go to Frankie, who is looking for directions.
Yeah.
So there are quite a few sentries around. There might be someone who is more of an authority figure as well. That might be a bit harder to find. It seems like it's the middle of the night.
That's fair. They have some kind of uniform, right?
Yes, they do.
Okay. Can I make a perception check for someone who looks like they maybe a scouting officer or
Yeah,
a conductor?
right,
If
night
I
watch.
happen to see one.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and roll. For the sake of simplicity, you would actually probably just see one. You'd see someone doing the rounds, talking to individual sentries. Seems like he's an officer of the watch,
Okay.
just smoking a cigarette.
Excuse me, sir. Can I bother you for a moment?
What can I do for you?
Well, me and my party just blew into town, and we're wondering if you have any directions you could offer us. We're looking for Vault-Tec regional headquarters. Any Vault-Tec buildings that you know about?
Unfortunately, inside the city is not really our domain. It's definitely over there, in the not-so-friendly territory. If you're looking for directions to any place other than this godforsaken place, I might be able to help you there.
Well, have you sent anyone inside the city?
No. The only thing this place is for the Union is a crossroads. We're not going in there.
Okay.
It's a death trap.
I know it. Well, do you happen to know of any immediate danger in the area?
There is, in fact, at this very moment, a shot that hits near you, as a matter of fact, that was directed towards, actually this officer that you're talking to, this conductor. Let's go to cover.
Good idea.
Raiders, mobsters, doesn't matter. They really don't want us to stay here. Unfortunately, they might be the very people that know what you're looking for. They know the city better.
Would Frankie know of any notable raider gangs inside of Chicago, or is it more disorganized?
Oh boy, it's very disorganized, and the one thing you knew is that it was changing rapidly. You would probably have an exhaustive list of raider gangs that you knew, and you probably, half of the ones that you know,
Have
died.
changed. They've experienced some leadership
Transitions.
Yeah.
Turnover.
Rebranding.
terminations.
Yep. Do you want a list?
Not right.
Or what exactly are you looking for?
Just how much he would know offhand, but if
Yeah.
if it's constantly changing, he would ask.
Other than the mob, anyone, you know of anyone big?
I don't know if they're raiders or not, but there's a big traveling band of treasure hunters in the area. Big. Nearly
These guys.
40 people.
Jeez.
Yep. Matching outfits, the works. We've all placed bets on how many are walking out of the city alive.
Are they aggressive?
No, they were friendly to us, but they were heading inside the city.
Okay. It's good to know.
Mm,
I apologize. I never got your name. I'm sorry.
Stan.
Stan.
It's my last name. It's not my first name.
It's all right.
Just Conductor Stan. Well, I will say from what I have seen and what I've heard about Chicago as a whole, a lot more chem fiends these days. Less organized raiders, more just crazed chem addicts. Whatever happened to the class of Chicago?
Hasn't been around in a long time.
Yep, and when it is, it shoots us.
Well, I appreciate your help, Conductor Stan.
Apologies I couldn't help you more.
That's all right.
Well, you have a nice night, and stay indoors if you can.
That's the idea.
Well then, I have work to do. Have a good night.
All right.
And he would walk around. Does somebody have a helmet?
Fair.
Okay.
All right. Frankie would return to the van.
All right. You would see Avradziv, Pix, and Jules there, celebrating in the fact that it is good to go. Yep. And at about this time, after being tended to by the medic, they probably evaded detection immediately from walking into the Union perimeter. But Tabs and Jerry would return to you all. Bandaged, but looking very worse for wear already.
You all look terrible.
Thanks, we know.
We got ambushed.
Little Chicago hospitality.
Yeah.
Run of the mill.
Are
Or
you
was it
both-
Raiders?
We
We don't
didn't
know.
see.
Snipers.
Are you both okay?
Snipers.
I mean, obviously.
Yeah, they
Pix-
bandaged me up.
Pix got the worst of it.
Picks?
No, Tabs.
It's like Picks was there?
How is he even there? It's like you cut between like the shots. I'm like, I'm not even there. Continuity error.
All right. Well, Pix was just talking about going in and getting some rooms for everybody, so maybe it's time for some good rest.
Maybe we take a little break, a few days, so that they can recover.
A few days is a lot to ask.
I know, but it's Chicago.
We can't take them back into the city like this. That would kill them.
I'm just worried that like something will happen.
Okay, maybe we take a day. We can drive your mother around and bring her where she needs to go, while the rest of them rest up.
Okay.
Does that sound better?
I think we'll take however long they need.
Let's just talk about this in the morning. We're all tired.
Okay.
Yep. It's late. It's almost 1 a.m. in the morning by this point. Are you all sleeping in?
I've got work to do.
How early are you getting up?
Oh, I'm staying up. That's why I asked for the caffeinated tea.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Pix. I'm sorry, you were doing something while Frankie was talking, looking for
I'm
directions.
gonna go to get that tea. I get sleepy time. Not really. I'm doing. Bam! She's out.
No,
I'm
sabotage!
gonna-
You would find most of the interior of the terminal is indeed still barracks, and you would see one dimly lit. I keep wanting to say the word booth. Almost like a ticket booth with a single attendant behind it, with just one light just above them. They seem to be organizing timetables and that sort of thing.
Come over to him. Hello, I'm looking for some items to buy. Tea and
Oh,
a
boy.
big tent.
We don't really have much to sell here. Our DTL rep just left. Not really safe. Got water. Of questionable quality. But it's water.
Thanks. Do you guys have any like coffee or like big cloths?
What the heck is coffee?
That's why I asked for tea.
What the heck is tea?
What the heck?
Okay. Yeah. It's. Yeah. So
You said you were looking for something caffeinated?
Yes, something caffeinated. Mm-hmm.
Nuka-Cola.
I do have two.
I have a Nuka-Cola Victory. I've kind of been saving it for a special occasion.
I had 2 bottles of Nuka-Cola. Because where did we?
I don't believe you are here right now.
Oh,
I
I'm
believe
not
this
here.
is just Pix.
I just appeared out of nowhere. I have 2 bottles.
Sorry, it's kind of important.
say
I'll
Nuka-Cola.
give it to you for 60 caps.
Worth it.
You won't sleep for a day. You'll stay awake for a whole day. Been saving it for an all-nighter.
This is flavor, man. This is
Jules,
flavor.
Jules is just tweaking.
Look at
Contacting Volith.
It gives you 6 action points if you drink it.
Isn't that what Quantum
I'm gonna
does?
buy it. For someone. Can I apply the?
They are essentially the same in the games. One of them is just yellow, and one of them is purple.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can I apply
Victory's
the
yellow.
cap thing?
Sure. That'll be. Do-do-do-do-do.
So it takes it. I mean, it takes so.
Oh, 10% off. So it's
Yeah.
just 6. Okay, so 54 caps. I'd probably only advise doing this if you're fine staying up for like the rest of the night, though.
Mhm.
It's like. Oh, it's only got 1 gram of caffeine. You're good.
I like look at all the other like random chemicals that are just like chemical X, chemical Y, chemical XXXY, chemical YX.
Radon.
chemical- Radium.
Yep.
Radioactive.
Yep.
So,
Mm-hmm.
so that's called a
Nuka-Cola Victory.
This will kill you.
little,
Jules is like, I will stay up
Three.
forever.
6. All right.
It's not much. It's just a gram. What's the metric system?
All right.
How
I
many-
take that. I say thank you.
Yeah, of course. Use it well.
Will do. Tuck that away.
It is glowing.
I don't like that, but I head back and say, yeah, they didn't have a T. They had. I don't think we should. I'm gonna save this for later.
Pix. Yeah, no, that's. I want to sleep eventually.
Yeah, I'm thinking if something really bad happens, I think it'll be really helpful. So I thought I'd get it, but
Yeah.
besides that, I can put some dirt and some water and some leaves together if you want.
Not all leaves work
Leaves?
for tea, Pix.
This is Chicago.
Do they
The only
have-
jungle that's here is concrete.
Oh.
I mean, we could
That's-
see if any of the traders in there have anything that you could grow tea from, any mint, any rose hips, things like that, but it's probably a hard sell.
Oh, rose hips tea. That's the good stuff. I forgot about that.
Used to make it back in Vermont. There were these big bushes out by the cabin I lived in.
Huh, really? Vermont? Sorry, this is Avernsiv. It was me at the beginning, but then I'm like, no, this is Avernsiv.
That's where I was before Lansing.
Vermont.
Pix is
Vermont.
furiously writing down something and just says, no, go on.
It's up north.
Oh, okay. Oh, so it's Canadian?
No, not quite. Like very, very north U.S.
Okay. Huh. Well, you should tell me more about it before I leave. No trains going out tonight, so I guess I'll just head to bed. Thanks for saving me, I guess.
I think that was more you, actually.
Oh, no, I would have taken the sinfully slow elevator if I was on my own.
You would have been caught for sure.
Yep.
Well, then, you're welcome, and thanks for saving me.
Mm-hmm. And also those turrets would have gunned us down if it wasn't for Pip.
Well, yeah, I think he saved a load of us.
Thank you, Pip. Yeah, no problem. I don't need sleep. Ha ha!
He's like, I have my own
Well,
energy.
then, you're staying up with me to help with the transmissions.
All right, I'm in. Okay.
I'll guard the van tonight if the rest of you want to go inside.
Okay.
There's
Well,
free dirty water if you want some. That's the only beverage they have here.
If we're taking rest today, then I'll let you stay up. But then you rest during the day.
What do you... Oh.
I just need to stay up and do a couple of Polis transmissions.
Oh, yes, that's right.
I'll
Yep.
stay with the van too,
Okay.
if you don't mind.
I mean, I don't mind, but if now's the time when we've got a bed, you might want to avail yourself of it.
Mhm.
You know?
I've got my own work to do. Thank you.
All right.
Okay. Is everybody else going to bed?
Yeah, weirdly, I feel like, here's my thought. Pix and her mom are probably in the car because they sleep like cats, and so they just hang out.
Sure. Yeah. It's
There would
not
be
terribly
radio noise.
comfy. There's no mattress on it, but
I'm sure they
probably
put
roughed
down
it
some
worse.
like blankets or something, or coats that they have. And
yeah, there you go. Yep.
Jerry's. This is just for flavor because we've already done the medicine checks, but Jerry's probably going to check Tab's bandages and stuff, make sure that she's not bleeding anymore. It doesn't look like she's having any
Yeah.
infectious reaction to it.
Yeah. The wounds. Oh, wait. One thing I forgot was Tabs' arm injury. That's not been treated yet.
Oh, it hasn't? I thought both
We
of
just
them.
you just treated the torso injury earlier. If you want, the medic can make this check, and it wouldn't be decreased by the. No, you can make it if you want to. It's out of combat. Difficulty
Can we
is
do
two.
it? Can we have it retroactively said the medic helped with it, or we did it? Jerry helped the
Yeah.
medic.
Roll a d20.
Hey.
Yep, good enough. All right. So you can now use two-handed weapons again.
Okay.
But just if you're hit. then
Yeah.
You lose that ability again.
Thanks for patching me up, dog.
Yeah, I'm sorry it went that way.
That happens.
No, just
We can look for.
I
more
got hit in the head really hard earlier. I just
Yeah,
making good
you
decisions.
all right? Like you seem a little off.
no, I'm not.
Is your head like better?
No, it's not.
You should probably do something about that.
It's a concussion. All you can do is wait.
All right. Take care of yourself. Don't. Let's wait to go scavenge until we're in a safer area. Or
There's
it's
nobody
not
here to do
middle
it.
of the night.
There's nobody here to drain any fluids if I have issues with it. But
What do you mean drain fluids?
well, if with a concussion, if there's bleeding inside the brain, then that can cause pressure to increase, and you'll need to do surgery. Drill a hole in the skull, drain the fluids.
I mean, you could get a 2-for-1 with the mob.
They'll fix all your problems.
Yeah.
I mean, if you
Got
show
3,000 more caps?
somebody. I mean,
I'm
I
sure
don't
it
know.
won't get to that point. It'll be fine.
My grandpa he did like animal veterinarian stuff, right? So not a lot of people medic stuff, but he knew how to take care of animals.
Yeah,
He showed me
it's
a few things like
it's
how
a
to take
more
care of
advanced procedure. I just
Can't
wouldn't
be
trust the
that
medic.
hard.
It is very hard.
I helped birth a Brahmin a couple times. Probably on the same level as that.
Jerry's not going to respond to that. Well, yes, it's just a more.
And I
Delicate.
raised corncob from a hatchling. I found her fell out of her nest.
Oh, where's she from?
The forest.
So where are you from? The forest.
I mean,
the West Virginian forest, if you're want to be specific.
All right. Well,
Found her right after the farm burned down.
tell you what, I'm gonna see tomorrow if they have any supplies here that I can brew into chems. Maybe see if they have any materials.
You're gonna be making like stim packs and stuff, right? You're not making that that stuff.
Tabs. I carried that around for the entire time you knew me, and long before that.
So you had the drug on you the whole time?
Yes. And I didn't use it once.
Well, you did now, so you can't say you didn't use it once. You did use it.
I didn't use it once until my life was on the.
Yeah, but
I didn't use it once until I used it.
Until I used
I
it.
didn't-
But that's fair.
But our lives are on the line like a lot.
I know.
You know, we're going into Chicago.
It's-
Our lives are going to be on the line. We're talking to the mob. Our lives are going to be on the
It's-
line. Are you going to start doing that?
It's
Because
the last resort.
you're going to
and
become a raider. You know, they're always shooting up them chems and.
Tabs, I've been around chems my whole life.
Yeah, but there's like the good ones, the bad ones.
I've been around both. I can control myself.
That's what they all say. That's what my cousin Jedediah said. He's a moonshine addict, drinking like no tomorrow. He's like, oh, I can stop whenever I want. He never stopped. Drunker.
Tabs, I've been around them my whole life, and I've never abused them.
We're keeping an eye on you, Mr. Kims.
All right,
I'm
good.
just saying, be careful. That's
Good
stuff.
night, Miss Fisher. And he's gonna
I'm just
walk.
saying, the Raiders, they do chems too.
Especially in Chicago.
That is correct. All right. So you two going to bed. You're going to bed in the van. Cortland and Avernsev are going to bed indoors. The night people that are staying up. Jules, we'll begin with you. What are you doing?
I need to send the information that Pip found to the main terminal, or not the main terminal, the main address for Polis.
Okay. Oracle would just respond and just say, "Message received. Odysseus is asleep."
All right. Please send on to Hercules and Phaethon.
It is transmitted into a Morse code and then translated again over there in Philadelphia.
Please include message. I've got further information. Is it time to convene the forum?
Is that to
Both.
Phaethon?
Both
Okay.
Hercules and Phaethon.
And Odysseus?
No, I think that's technically their choice.
Yeah. There is no evidence of the mob takeover in the information that you had.
So I would fill in the gaps and say what we had heard as well.
Okay.
Secondary source information gained while on site, and then I would fill in the rest.
Okay. Phaethon would respond, actually. He's staying up late, burning the midnight oil, motor oil. Want to send that raid first? Quick, simple. Doesn't sound like they have the most difficult defenses, especially considering he highlights the security codes that Pip took.
All right. You don't want that to be sanctioned?
Do you want to wait a week, or do you want to do something?
Do as you see fit. Let me know before you take any action with the forum.
And if I take action outside of the forum?
Do as you see fit.
Oracle is just reading all of this. Huh?
It's your territory, Phaethon.
We'll see what the pit crew wants. If I don't make any progress with them, convening might be a good idea.
Let me know what you and Hercules decide. Over and out.
Just out.
Yeah,
Out.
I was gonna say.
No. He actually
At this
says
point-
just out. Over.
But why
Acknowledge,
not-
please.
But why not over, out? Over.
Over indicates you want a response. Out indicates you don't want a response.
But what if I want to welcome you to respond? Over, out.
Roger,
You
Roger.
just said I don't
Roger,
need
Roger.
to respond. Over.
They were like,
You're
"Boy,
easy to
you
rile,
hear
Phaethon. Out.
Out.
He's like, dang it, they used it against me.
Okay. Is that all you'd like to take care of on the radio?
I think so. Actually, wait. What operatives would I know of in Illinois? Like, would there be a Chicago-based operative?
Uh,
Or is that a question for next session?
you would know both the operatives in Chicago. One of them is the one I mentioned that is public. I don't believe we have a code name selected for him yet. So that would be a placeholder.
Okay.
There is also the rat in the mob.
But we're not going to contact that person yet.
No.
But I would know who that is.
Yes.
Okay. I would like to contact the open operative and see about directions to Vault-Tec if Frankie told me that he couldn't get any progress on that. But if you're not sure who that is yet, we can workshop that between sessions. And
You get a response immediately if you wanted to talk to this person.
yeah, sure. Hephaestus contacting insert name here.
Yep.
Over.
Hey there.
I miss Phaethon. Looking for directions to Vault-Tec regional headquarters from the Union Station. Can you help?
From Union Station? In Chicago?
Yeah.
Oh, huh. You should come say hi. I'm in Treasurton.
Would I know where that is?
Yes. I keep forgetting you were from Chicago. Treasurton is a Chicago joke. It is it's in the ruins of Wrigley Field. It is a unorganized, ungoverned market, but it's totally ungoverned. There's no security, so going there is absolutely a risk. There are a couple of merchants there that sell random junk and possibly valuable stuff. Right on the lawn, or right on the green field. Baseball terms.
How far is it from the station?
Quite far. It's closer to the pier than it is to here.
Okay, so I could maybe make a diversion if Pix was helping her mother tomorrow.
But as for Vault-Tec regional headquarters, you would get a set of coordinates. Be careful. A big gang just set out for it today.
Would Frankie have told us about those matching uniform people? Okay, never mind.
He is awake, though. He is drinking his own Nuka-Cola, and he would have his Pip-Boy tuned to 115.3. Just listening to it for anything.
You would hear something, but we'll deal with that after Jules' convo.
You could join us in the investigation if you want.
Investigation of what? I'm a busy man, you see.
No, it's a man.
Looking for information on a pre-war project. Should be interesting.
Tech? There are many E's.
Yes. Tech. 1E.
I'm in. Out.
We'll be there tomorrow. Out. We'll be there the day after tomorrow. Out.
Works for me. Out
You
again.
guys both already said out.
Yep.
These
I know.
people do not
This is not-
follow the rules.
This isn't
of out.
Phaethon. Phaethon follows the rules. This is not Phaethon.
People, they're in the Wild West of outs and
Yep.
overs.
Radio man.
I forget most of the time, man. I like to think with Phaethon it's intentional.
Yeah, I feel like that sounds right.
Frankie, you've got your Pip-Boy tuned, right?
Yep. He'd just be sitting at the passenger side hubcap.
Okay. Give me just a second. I have a thing.
That's exciting.
It sounds like dead air. And then a song plays on this frequency. This is probably going to sound not good on stream. Actually, you know what? We're going to go to break and I'm going to play this. You're not going to hear this.
Oh.
So just the players are going to hear this.
Should we
and then I'm
describe
go-
it
What's that?
afterwards? Should we describe it afterwards?
You can just say like the name of the song.
What's that?
You can say like the name of the song. No one comes up with
That's
something.
the point.
Oh,
I'm not telling you the name of the song.
oh.
Fascinating. Get my sound hound out.
Don't you dare. I will kill you. There's a sniper.
Pip sound hound this.
Okay.
Really?
I don't have the
We will see you all in like 30 or so seconds.
I know this song, but I don't.
May I?
Would Frankie
tap on this?
recognize that at
Yeah.
all?
Oh
as
boy.
anything?
I just
How
It's fine,
familiar
it's
with
fine.
classical music are you?
sleep.
Is Frankie?
Heal.
Yeah.
I mean, he would know of it. It's not his style, so he doesn't focus in it.
All right. So there's probably no skill for this, but you can make a charisma, intelligence, or perception check
I'll take intelligence.
to determine it. Difficulty will be, unless you know it, 4.
But you said that we don't have skill for it.
You do.
Oh.
How often do you listen to classical music?
All the time, man.
6. Unless you want it to be less.
I
Use-
feel like okay, so she's not
5, 4.
5 is maybe 5 or 4 would be a little bit more
Okay.
because she doesn't play like someone else does, but like she listens to a lot.
Mm-hmm.
What's your total?
Depends on what the focus is, but I don't think it should be 6, so 4.
Plus your.
You rolled the check already?
intelligence.
I did. I rolled a 10, a 3, and a 6.
You used momentum?
I did. I asked, and they said yes.
Yeah.
And they were the ones that earned it.
Chloe was right.
I knew it. It's Winter, isn't it, by Vivaldi? No.
It is indeed.
It is.
That is what you know.
It's my
It is
one nerd
the first
moment.
movement of the Winter Suite on Vivaldi's The Four Seasons.
I only know that because
Should we turn the-
at Cedarville when it would snow
What?
a lot.
Should we turn the...
Oh, it's back on. We're back on.
Oh.
Yeah, we're back
I
on.
only
Yeah.
know that because
Should we-
at
You didn't
Cedarville it
tell me.
snowed a lot, right? And so I made a playlist of like winter themed songs to listen to when I walked to class, and
Mm-hmm.
Vivaldi's Winter was
Good
on that
thinking.
playlist.
Good thinking.
So Miss Cultured over here.
Killing it, Chloe.
What? Did you roll 2 1s?
I rolled a 1 and a 3. I don't.
Oh.
So it's not tagged, so I guess it's 3 successes. With a critical?
Dang.
With a critical.
Would Frankie recognize if this was important at all in the mob?
It's not a mob song. You probably, maybe one time you heard Spring from the Four Seasons. That's the most popular one. And you're just like, oh, wait, maybe that's Vivaldi or something like that.
Okay.
You just don't know the specific movement.
What's the one radio station that plays classical?
Smooth Blue.
Frankie, you listening to Smooth Blue out there, or?
No, this is 115.3.
It is continuously playing.
That's the one with Vigil.
Was.
Why are they playing Vivaldi?
Don't know.
The song ends and it resumes again.
I mean, with the state of things up here, it kind of makes sense if they're from up north.
What makes sense?
Winter. This is from Vivaldi's Four Seasons. Winter, specifically. Seems a little trite to do it just as a, ha, look, we've got snow, though, doesn't it? Do something it's mob.
I don't know. They could have switched the frequencies, but I mean, this would probably be a dead channel if they switched it.
So maybe not mob.
No, it could still be them. It was only a few hours ago that
The original
they
came
heard
on?
the original. Yeah.
Yeah, about 5 hours ago. Or 4, sorry.
I don't know how long it takes them to change a frequency, but
I don't think it would be that long, and I don't know why they would be playing music in the interim.
can Pip trace a signal? Frankie's very tired.
Can Pip trace a signal?
With the right equipment, not with the processing power he has right now. You would need several radio towers to triangulate the signal.
Is there anywhere that I would be able to do that from, or...
You've got your own. There is indeed a radio station in Chicago.
Would that
Crop
be enough?
duster, right?
The Crop Duster itself
Would that
broadcasts
be
live
enough?
from Chicago. What's that?
Would that be enough?
Yeah, if someone else was set up in a different location. So you would need 2 people.
Frankie, where's the crop duster?
Dead center of town, rather close to the coordinates that Jules received for Vault Tech Regional Headquarters.
He's got his own shop in center of Chicago. I used to listen to his radio all the time.
You would know.
Still do.
And I swear, I'm not just taking this from the Fallout show. His place is immensely booby-trapped.
I'm sure the mob would know that.
Yep.
Not really a safe place to go unless you know him.
I mean, we're pretty close to Voltec, if that's where it is. Maybe we could just send him a message.
Oh, wait, did you get any contact info from the Protons?
Not of the crop duster, I don't think. Can
Well-
we know his frequency. Jules, could you shoot a frequency to his frequency? His radio station?
I mean, from here on the outskirts of town, easily.
Could you send him a message?
Tell him we're coming day after tomorrow.
Oh, boy. I don't know if that's how radio works.
little side project, Frankie? I'm down to chase the lead if you are.
We'll need to get an inn. It's his place is trapped up and down. Mob could never get in.
And they have tried.
So we need to communicate that we are your fan, right?
I'm a
You were playing him in the car today.
every once in a while he has live musicians play.
How do you feel about going on the radio, Frankie?
Much prefer it to the pier.
Maybe you and I take a trip tomorrow. Day after.
There's a voice that comes on that station over the music. Winter, by Vivaldi. The music stops. This is completely public right now. Transmit clearance code? Alpha, dog. Z, Q, 7, 8, T, 3, 8, 9.
Jules, record this.
Got it down. Field notes.
As that code is being transmitted, actually, no, I'll finish this convo. Clearance received. Please switch to ultra high frequency. Received. It's a conversation, it's back and forth. And the station would completely cut.
How high can Frankie tune the Pip-Boy to?
Not ultra high, not UHF. You need specialized military equipment for that.
Ooh, I imagine that's not what Jules carries.
Jules, you started writing down that clearance code. But you didn't need to hear the rest of it. It's your mom's. The voice was not your mother's. Neither of them.
Oh, that's a good question.
Is it a personalized code? Is it supposed to be her that uses it?
Any chance Frankie would have recognized either voices?
You know what? Let's do the difficulty of 5 check again.
Ooh.
Margaret's father.
We got 3 action points there. Can I?
I feel like we got tonight.
I was hoping to use one to
Oh.
heal tonight when I was asleep
Alright,
from
we
my
can use
head
one.
injury. But
Maybe
So
one or
maybe just
two?
one. Maybe yeah.
one.
Yeah. I got luck.
Wait a second. You already rolled for that injury recovery, didn't you? I said difficulty was 5. So the wound was treated, but
No, I think they only rolled for treatment, not for healing.
okay.
Yeah,
So
that's
your
for
wound isn't
nighttime
even
healing.
treated yet. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Then it would be a separate roll to recover.
Okay.
Any hidden focus? And what skill would this be? I don't know what I'm rolling actually.
Yeah. Perception, speech. Focus of 3, tagged. That don't count.
One of them was a 1.
Oh.
It's alright, it was on carpet. Go ahead and pick that up. Yeah, it's... You know what? Leave it there. I'm just gonna...
I mean, it was
I
two,
can't
think.
roll
That's
anything right now. It's okay.
Everyone-
No, that's cocked. Just leave that there. We're gonna go through every dice I have.
Yay.
No. 2 successes.
Okay. No. Worth the shot.
Frankie, I recognize that code. Actually. That's
What do you mean?
That's Enclave.
You mean the Enclave are using the frequency now?
It's an Enclave code. Do I recognize the voices, either of them? Even if they're not my mother?
You don't recognize the person who was transmitting from, the actual music. Go ahead and roll a charisma or a perception speech check.
Oof.
Difficulty of 2 this time around to remember the other voice.
Oh,
That's
it's
not looking good.
Difficulty of 2, though.
I know, but I've got a 8. Oh, perception? Perception or charisma?
You could always use 1 action point.
Perception.
But you gotta leave 1 for Doc.
Okay, perception's better. Do you guys mind if I use that?
Go for it.
I get to reroll one of those because of my cautious nature. 2.
2 successes?
Exactly.
It sounds a little bit different than you remember. He's Enclave. When you knew him, he was younger than you. He was a teenager. Barry Yater. You didn't know much about him. Both his parents were... his dad was under your mom. And you don't seem to remember what his mom did in the Enclave. But he was just a kid. You didn't really interact much.
Well, Frankie, I guess that's mystery solved then.
You... both of you go ahead and roll a perception speech check. Difficulty of 1, actually.
Ooh, we can get more action points.
1.
Okay.
What'd you say, perception speech?
Yep.
Now, if it was a perception,
I'm gonna
barter
say no
check-
action points generated on this one because it's. I'm telling you, I'm giving you a little hint here.
Yeah.
It's
Not
okay,
a
it's
success.
0.
0. Jules, you'd definitely be able to pick up that there was. This was an introduction. This was not a conversation between 2 people that knew each other. The surprise in the music transmitter's tone that somebody actually guessed it, and then that there were clearance codes, indicates that it probably wasn't Enclave that sent the original message.
Right, just who responded to it.
Mm-hmm.
The access code is Enclave. And the person who guessed Winter, he's Enclave. I'm not sure any of what's going on with the transmitting side. But if the code worked, it's got to be some kind of U.S. government. Problem is that shouldn't have been him responding to that.
Well, then it probably wasn't the mob using the frequency in the first place.
Doesn't sound like it. It's just the kid who was using that code. I knew him. I mean, not well, but
He's probably in his early 20s now.
it's a personalized code and it wasn't his. It's my mother's, actually.
Do you have any idea what could be going on?
No, and I'm getting a little concerned about it, Frankie. I mean, that should have been her responding to that if everything's okay.
Horse is on his way.
Do you,
Would you mind keeping this to yourself for now?
I can do that.
Just need to do some thinking.
there any way to contact your mother outside of high frequency channels?
Where's your stuff?
In the van.
No, I mean, like, is that all of your owned possessions in that van?
Anything that I wouldn't have even seen fit to bring on the trip with me, I probably would have left with Marion. Not you.
You probably would have a device that would read UHF channels. That was given to you for the implication of, if you ever need to talk to us again, use this. Would you have brought that with you?
I don't know. That's actually an interesting question.
We do always have dice.
I think dice might be the way to go, because I'm about an even 50-50 on that.
50-50? You
Yeah.
want to roll for it? Low means you got it, high means you don't.
Yep.
You want a coin?
Mm,
A literal coin.
I'm feeling the dice. I'm feeling
for
the
it.
dice.
Flip a cap.
I get that.
18.
You don't have it with you.
Yeah, I mean, back home, well, back a little closer to home, I've got a device that could help with that, but it's not here. I didn't think I'd be reaching out, you know?
Well, there's always your good friend verbal communication. For nothing like a face-to-face encounter.
Like I said, Frankie, I think I might just need some time to think about this one.
Well, it's nice that we found something, I guess.
Yeah. There's a part of me that's wondering if this might be tied into it all. I mean, U.S. government, military, that's all a little bit adjacent to what Poseidon Energy was doing, right? And maybe the winter theming is a little tacky, but tackier things have been done by the government.
That's true, but Frankie wouldn't know that. Well, you take time to think. I think I might still try and see the crop duster soon, though.
Yeah. I mean,
For
we're
my
going-
own reasons, not...
We're going to be going right by anyway. You might as well.
Well, this seems a little more out of his scope than I anticipated.
I'd appreciate it if we didn't bring it up to him.
But what if he can help?
I need to think about what help means first. I'm not sure. Help has meant keep things secret for a long time, and I think anything short of that is going to be complicated. You know what I mean? Nico was surprised we even existed this morning.
But what if this could save lives?
We don't know enough. That's why I'm trying to think about this.
Has that stopped us before?
We've made some mistakes before, you remember.
We're still living.
I'm not saying we don't bring it up. I'm just saying if we do it, I want to do it on the right terms and for the right reasons, not just because we want to follow a lead.
What if I ask him if it's possible for him to trace a signal? Leave the Enclave out of it. If I can get in at all.
That would be worthwhile if we could figure out exactly where it is they're transmitting from. We could test our theory. But I'm just asking you as a personal favor to leave us out of it.
That's easy enough.
Thanks.
Oh, one more question. You said your mom's in security. You were talking with Nico. Is your dad in security too?
No. He's a scientist.
He's the president of the United States. No.
We
Is
joked
he-
about that for a minute.
Is he a scientist like Doc or a scientist like you? Robots and AIs and
bit
stuff.
closer to Doc than me.
Can I ask what he does, or is that top secret Enclave stuff?
What would I know about like some of the specific areas that he specialized in? Because I know there was.
He's a biologist. Also a virologist. Study diseases. Not in a creepy way. Sure, you know, every virologist makes their own strain of anthrax and that sort of thing, but like, not for any violent purposes.
That was bring your daughter to work day.
Yeah,
Let's make anthrax,
just
Jules.
science.
It's
Yeah.
Virology 101.
Yeah, exactly. That's just science. And he was very clear, like, we're just trying to learn more about these things. Worked a little bit with the forced evolutionary virus, determined that it was stupid and he would never ever work with it ever again. Was pretty interested in cloning for a little while. And also studied a whole lot on ghouls. And the combination of some of those things. Not cloning. More ghouls!
That's what this world needs.
More of these things.
His interests are pretty far-fetched. He's the sort of person that would just go on a tangent for a few months, lock himself in his laboratory, get tired of everything, go on a little vacation, and come back with an entirely new interest. Biology, virology, a little bit of work with mutations. It really just depended from year to year.
What, he makes super mutants and stuff?
No. I mean, like I have. You're joking.
That was probably one of the ideas that
That's
the Outpost proposed. And
those-
he was just like, no, that's stupid. Don't do that. He probably was a strong proponent against, or what's the opposite of a proponent?
Opponent?
Dissident?
Objector.
Opponent. Yeah, that's it.
Didn't the... I've only heard rumors, I apologize, but isn't that what the government did, before the war?
Is that true?
Hmm?
Is that true?
What, make super mutants?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong there, but like I have been saying, we're kind of different than the other branches.
We're not like other fascists.
We're just looking to keep something of the old world alive and maybe help the new one if we can, but we're not as interventionist as the other branches were, and that's where a lot of the problems came in.
They sound a lot more optimistic than the Enclave I've heard rumors about.
Well, maybe I'm coming into it with rose-colored glasses, but we weren't poisoning the water or trying to kill
No,
all
those are the
ghouls.
rumors I heard. Yeah, that's, yeah. I'm glad
Yeah,
that they're
well-
not into that.
No, nope. None of that where I come from. I think you kind of would have liked it, actually. A lot of music.
Only when it's shared. To new information. There's an empty Nuka-Cola bottle.
I don't have a drink and you're done with yours.
How much caffeine is in a normal Nuka-Cola?
200 milligrams.
I'm just gonna go to sleep right here.
You want to, like, get in the car?
That's like 100 milligrams for Frankie, so...
Just,
There
I'm
you
gonna
go.
like open the door. Just.
No, it's okay. I've slept on worse.
I'm pretty sure you just watched someone get shot out here.
That's okay. There's a wall.
Does he just like conk?
I mean, he's like still awake. He has to fall asleep, but...
just get in the car.
I'll be all right.
If you end up
His
dead in
Pip
the
Boy is
morning-
still tuned.
Yeah.
If you end up dead in the morning, I did warn you.
Perks of being a ghoul. You kind of look like a corpse already.
Yeah.
I was
Tell
going to
me
be
if-
like,
Take some
is that person alive or not?
Tell me if you hear
Nah.
anything.
If I'm awake enough to hear it, I'll let you know.
Yeah, all right. I might actually go inside after all if there are a few of you out here.
Oh, well, if you're not gonna stay out here, I probably should crawl into the van.
he's gonna crawl into the van.
Okay.
Good night, Frankie.
Don't do anything stupid while I'm asleep.
I wouldn't dream of it.
Chicago is a very dangerous place.
I've been here before, I know.
All right. And you're going to bed? Are you going to
Inside.
bed?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. This is probably the best note to end on, but real quick, what are your guys' plans for the next day when you
I
all
want to
wake up?
heal.
Oh, do you want to do that right now?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
I already
Okay.
put the cap
Did,
away,
Alright,
but
did we lose the cap from scene change?
I will allow you to use it.
Okay.
Difficulty
Because you
will
were
still
so
be
generous.
5.
I know.
Thank you.
It's a really good roll, but it's only... Oh, crap. It's endurance and survival, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So only 1 anyway.
Ooh,
Yep.
that's a good roll.
Sorry about that. Concussed.
Yep.
what were you asking? I apologize.
Oh, what's the next day's plan? Are you guys gonna go straight to? Are you guys just?
We're gonna take the van and get Pix's mother dealt with, and
Try and contact the crop duster.
that's a day after tomorrow plan because that's when we're
Oh.
going into Vault Tech 2.
Does this,
So actually, maybe we can contact him tomorrow.
That yeah, just quick introduction.
Yeah.
does this place look like it has a lab or place where Jerry can make some stim packs? Or like it would have materials for doing
You
so?
could use your junior science kit for making stim packs.
Yeah, I mean, do they have materials here? Like,
Not in the middle of the night and.
not in the middle of the night, but I mean
Okay.
tomorrow. Can Jerry? Because if they have the materials necessary, what Jerry is thinking is going and asking them, "Hey, if I can keep some of what I make, you keep the rest. Can I turn this useless junk you have into something useful?" It could be
Yeah.
stim packs. It could be other chems.
Persuasion check. Well, maybe this should wait until next
Yeah,
session.
Next session.
Yeah. That'd be a good deal, but we'll see how that goes.
Pix's mom at the pier, and making contact with the
Contact
crop
with the
duster.
crop duster.
And these two need to recover.
I would
Yeah.
say maybe Pix is a little maybe concerned about the defense of the city. Also, Jacob is maybe like, I'm down to just have us wait and kind of like do things around camp till they get better so that when we like set out to do things, it's not like some people can't do anything. So that's maybe my thought. Keep the party together when we can. So that might be maybe Pix being like, well, if something bad happens, I want people to be ready to act. So maybe we wait a little bit just to like, in case the worst thing happens, like then we can kind of like
Maybe
have a
we can.
backup plan.
Maybe we can do this over Discord during the week.
Yeah, a little bit of planning.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Planning.
That sounds good. Well then, thank you for joining us. Thank you for playing. I will see you guys next week. Have a good one.
Bye.